They got me. They all got me. I had to restart it. Oh my goodness, I'm so upset right now. I am so upset. I don't know what happened. I just know it all messed up. It all messed up. I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness. Let me drop the link because I had a whole bunch of people in the back room. I don't know what happened, man. I'm so upset about it. Oh, my internet crashed, and then I got on the phone. I was getting off the phone. I hit end. It was on me. I hit it, but damn it. That was brutal. That was so bad. I had 186 people in the room. TD, why'd you do that to my stream, man?
I'm going around all over YouTube today, and I'm shutting channels down, but I let yours back up. Shutting down people who have lied to the masses. Testing. Is that me or you, man? Because you look frozen out. All right, y'all. Y'all got to let me know again. Is it me or Steven frozen? Because he looks frozen out.
All right.
All right, you good?
Yeah, I'm better than I'm going to have to be because my internet, I don't know what's going on with my internet, but it's messing up.
It's that turn the ball over Wi-Fi.
So upset. I had no problems till you came on, TD, and then everything started getting bad.
I told you I'm the reaper today, man. Y'all have led the people the wrong way. The revolution shall be televised.
I mean, everything's messing up. My internet's crashing. Everything. My computers are crashing. I don't know what to do. I feel like this is all your fault, TD.
Well, at least I'm not crashing. So you got to allow me to speak to the people.
Go ahead. Talk, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all better not let Stephen D off the hook this morning.
Okay.
Y'all have forgotten for 5 weeks that this is not just Clock Blockers, the #1 morning show, but it is also Flip Floppers, the #1 morning show. He is not allowed to flip flop this time and all of a sudden be like, yeah, Tua ain't it. No, Steven. No, because you know what? Everybody knows we're still going to make the playoffs. And what y'all are going to do in 2 weeks, yeah, but he still made the playoffs. That's better than we ever did. And you're going to be right back feeling like, oh, well, he's the guy. Everybody has bad stretches, blah, blah, blah. Tua is the perfect quarterback to ruin a franchise. Why? Because he's good enough not to be good enough, like I've always told y'all. He is going to always keep you in suspense. He going to always hurt your feelings. He going to always make you feel like there's hope. That's who he is. He is good enough not to be good enough. And if we're going to be 100% honest, he is not a bum, but he will have bum moments. He is not trash, but he will have trash moments.
Bro, he was trash yesterday, bro. And he was trash yesterday.
Trash moment. Tua Tagovailoa, Mike McDaniel's gimmick to hide his flaws has run out. It has officially run out. There's no more hiding his flaws. Yeah, you're still going to be able to make some passes, still be able to do a few things, but trust me when I tell you, Tua Tagovailoa is not a franchise quarterback. He's the type of guy that can keep pulling you along, making you think, if we just do this, if we just do that, he can be a franchise quarterback. He will always be that. But again, it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. The delusion is not over. Mark my words, it's not over. Don't worry. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be singing a whole different tune. And I'm going to be one of the only people still out here saying, man, y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen. and y'all gonna be right back to delusion.
So you think we're time out? Do you think we're making the playoffs?
Yes, we will make the playoffs. And
Do you think we'll win a playoff game?
And we might win a fight. Well, it depends on who we play, but this is Tua. We might play the best team in the league and all of a sudden win, and then everybody like, yeah, he's the franchise, and then we lose the next week. See, this is what he's gonna do. Sometimes there's gonna be moments where the odds are impossible, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna fool us every step of the way. That's the type of quarterback he is.
Okay, all right. Let me say a couple things. I believed in Tua. I thought that Tua was the guy. I thought Tua had everything that we needed to be a success. I thought he had everything we needed to have the quarterback to take us to the next level with the team that we had.
Oh,
I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong.
Hold on. Say that a little slower, Steve, so people can comprehend it.
I thought he had all the intangibles to be the quarterback.
Wrong part.
Huh?
Just the I was wrong part.
I was wrong.
Because didn't I come up on this show 3 weeks ago?
You did.
And who was up here with us? Was it
Nando?
And I sat here and tried to explain to y'all elaborately exactly what y'all saw the last several weeks, and y'all just shunned me like, man, all right, that's your take. I disagree. You're wrong. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. He's just a spot. He just throw it in a spot. That's all he does.
Well,
that's all he does. He puts it in a spot, and the receiver's supposed to be there at that time. And that's all good for if everything is perfect. But this is the NFL. This ain't a perfect world. You also got to read defenses. You also got to process the field. And all early in the season, it was just perfect because teams are running that deep cover too, and receivers were running free. The timing was perfect. All right, Tua feeling good. All he got to do is keep delivering it right where it's supposed to be, and we got a great offense. But the first time you get a little interruption, they bump receivers off the spot. The pass rush coming heavy. They backing the linebackers up. They stepping in those lanes. They clog in the middle. Now we got a trash quarterback all of a sudden. And let's get something straight. People. Stop saying Tua has had a great season so far. See, y'all are...
He has had, as I fix my internet and get back on my computer, I restarted my computer, and hopefully I don't get timed out again. And if I do, I'm just going to stay on my phone the rest of the show. He had a good dude, we were 8-3 with him. Like that, you can't just walk all over that. But I have no excuse for the last 4 weeks. I have no excuse for December. He has played like trash ever since that second half of the Texans game. He's not the quarterback that he was, on that 5-game win streak, or in the first half of the year, for that matter.
Steven, you gotta stop just preaching it. Well, the first half or the second half.
I can't hear you, TD, at all.
Huh? It ain't no different from last year.
I can't hear him.
Well, I think they can hear me because I can see my avatar like expanding when I talk.
Let me see if
Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the comment section.
Can y'all hear TD? Put it in the chat if you can hear TD. We can hear TD. All right. Well, then it's my thing. Oh, I know why. Go ahead.
All right. So, Steven, we got to stop talking about the first half he was this, and now he's being not that. Listen, ain't no different from last year. The second half, we won 7 games in a row. It ain't no different. All I'm saying to you is Tua has not had a great season. He hasn't even had a good season at this point.
He hasn't. Nope, I don't.
You have to put it all together holistically.
Well, that's what I said, TD. I said that at the beginning of the show, that I have to take everything as a whole collective. And right now, Tua's not the guy. Tua is not him. And as far as I'm concerned, if we don't win a playoff game, everybody's got to go. Everybody.
Tua has had an average season, and fortunately for him, his stats are carrying him to say that he's having a solid season. And that's stats. That's just Tyreek and Waddle being gods for him. That's all that is.
So let me ask you, if we don't make the playoffs or we don't win a playoff game, okay, what is the solution, TD? Because I don't have one.
What, Steven? Even if we make the playoffs, even if we win a playoff game, it should be the same solution, whatever the solution is.
See,
We can't be fooled like this.
We both said, we stood up here, you, me, everybody, Dougley Durong, Reason, we all came up here on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
We said, Dolphins win a playoff game, he deserves the right to come back next year.
No. I didn't sit up here and say that. I sat up here and see, I'm not going to sit there and put Tua's evaluation on the team's success. I'm not going to do that. We won 10 games under Flores. Ain't had nothing to do with Tua. And this year, the best we can do is 10 games.
So all right, well, okay. All right,
his evaluation is his evaluation.
All right, well, then answer the original question then. What is the solution?
The solution is to finally do what's right in this organization and move heaven and earth to go get a franchise quarterback.
Who the hell is that going to be? Because
Lamar freaking Jackson at this point. You got to do
all right. So let me just say, for the sake of the conversation, which we don't have to have a 2-hour conversation about Lamar. My issue with him is if the team that he's currently on is not interested in providing a long-term deal with him at money that he thinks he deserves,
which is good for us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then what makes us think, well, the team that he's currently on doesn't think he's the solution? Why are we going to think that he's the solution?
Because the team that he's on is an all defensive minded team. They don't want to invest in that offense. Can you please tell me when they've had a receiver that was better than Jalen Waddle alone, our number 2? See, we're going to sit here and cry about we need to get Tua weapons, but we're going to sit there and shun Lamar Jackson when he never had any?
But Lamar, look, I'm going to get here into the Lamar Jackson conversation. What I want to tell you is that I believe that Tua, we all agree that Tua is not the guy, but I don't believe the solution is out there for us. I don't know what the solution is.
Have you even imagine what Lamar Jackson in the Dolphin jersey with Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Mostert, and Wilson would look like?
I mean, maybe.
Have you even thought about that?
Maybe he look. No, I haven't. I have not thought about it because I never thought it was a possibility. And I'll even say that I still have reservations about it because, number one, I'm a jaded Dolphins fan and I don't know what to believe anymore. Number two, I also feel that if your current girlfriend wants nothing to do with you, are we just getting, stolen? What's wrong with her that we all of a sudden are now courting her? We haven't made the best decisions with quarterbacks, so I don't trust our decision making at all. TD, I don't trust it.
Stephen D, if your current girlfriend doesn't want anything to do with you, you just move on. And at the end of the day, one man's trash is another man's treasure. It is what it is. So I don't know why we have this just closed off minded thought process about Lamar Jackson. The only thing we need in Miami is a dynamic quarterback, one who doesn't have to win a game just sitting in the pocket, one who you saw it last week in the Buffalo game when they needed a score more than anything, and we were like, okay, we got to stop Josh Allen from picking us apart down the field. He said, oh, they think I'm gonna throw the ball, let me just run it 80 yards for a touchdown. The dynamic. We don't have a playmaker. Tua ain't a playmaker. You need a dual playmaker. And when you have that and you got to have a middle linebacker spying on your quarterback, now you have the middle of the field open all day for Tyreek and Waddle. When you got to have a spy dedicate, you think anybody's spying Tua?
I mean, nobody's scared of Tua.
Nobody, exactly. Are they scared of Lamar Jackson?
Lamar can beat you in more ways than one.
Thank you. So all you're doing is adding an additional 2 ways to beat somebody if you brought them to Miami. This offense would be unstoppable. this offense would be unstoppable.
Okay.
And at least he got a cannon. Get the ball down the field.
So you're saying, if I'm hearing you correctly, because I'm going to put words in your mouth here, you're saying that if the Dolphins win a play.
Stephen D, he cut out again, man. Hopefully he'll be back in a few moments. But listen, man, and I'm not saying Lamar is the end all be. All I'm saying to Dolphin fans is simple. Don't let Tua fool you for 7 to 10 years. That's all I'm saying to Dolphin fans. Do not allow Tua Tagovailoa to fool you for 7 to 10 years. I prefer the nuclear approach. And go, because you done spent all this money and got all these contracts wrapped up. You have created your own window to say, we got to do it now or we can never do it. So when you do that, you got to go nuclear. You got to go get the best that you can get. You got to go all out. You got to spend all your money.
All right, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm so sick of my internet. I'm so sick of this TD internet.
Hey, that ain't TD internet because mine connected. Mine been right. Mine done had all the signal.
All right. While I got you on, I have a couple of people that want to say something to you. Are you okay with that for a minute, or you got to get out of here?
Yeah, bring them in. I got like 12 minutes.
Okay. All right. First person I'm gonna bring on, Lewis. Good morning, Lewis.
Lou.
Tua. Is that how that song goes?
That is. Yes.
Oh, man. Listen, I'm going to be real short and sweet, right? I'll play the little Tua near game with him. Let's say the first half of the season in the 5-game winning streak, right, Stephen and TD? Let's say Tua was playing at an A minus to B level, right? Then the last 4 games, what we've seen, Tua's been at a D to D plus to F level, right? You know what that averages out to? A C. That averages out to an average quarterback. And that's all me, TD, Color, and everybody else with some damn sense in this fan base has been saying. You can win games with Tua if everything is perfect, if everything is around him and on a good day. But is Tua one of these guys that can uplift the team? Is Tua one of these guys that can uplift receivers and offensive linemen? No, he is not. A C average quarterback makes you an average quarterback. And that's all I had to say.
And Lou, it's worse than that. People ain't realizing y'all act like Tua done had 4 bad weeks. No, he wasn't good in the Patriots game, in the first game of the season. He wasn't good in the Cincinnati game in that first half before he got knocked out with his based off of his own reason holding the ball. You'll get her. And then he wasn't good in the Pittsburgh game. He was fair in the Houston game. I mean, y'all act like these are the only games that Tua didn't show up. Tua done had like 7 or 8 games, 7 games where he didn't show up and play well this year. This isn't it. This isn't it. And then when we count to his good games, we get to 3, maybe 4. That's about it, man.
It's horrible, TD. Ridiculous. It's horrible. It is horrible. And it's sickening that this fan base has been arguing with all of us and defending a man. You can see what the kid puts on the field. And again, this is not us attacking Tua Tagovailoa personally, because I think he's a great young man. And for me, I'll just say this. As a face of the franchise, Tua's that guy. He says all the right things. He represents the team, the organization, us as fans. He represents us all well. The problem is he doesn't represent all of us well on the field. The guy that you first had on, Stephen, I think his name was Ryan or Keeling or whatever, he brought up the narrative about Alabama. I've been telling everybody that. He came in for Jalen Hurts. He had 1 good throw in a second half of a season that he never started in. The next year when he was named the starter, he never won no championship as a starter at Alabama. He came in and won a championship.
A loaded Alabama team, too.
Hey, Cap, you know what's funny about that, though? They don't want to get that. These are the same people that will tell you that Mac Jones is trash. Well, when Mac Jones had his opportunity at Alabama, he led a team to a national championship. When A.J. McCarron was led Alabama to a national championship, he was the starter. Tua's never done anything.
Here's my problem with it, man. You know, look, I had my reservations. I was out on Tua last year after the Tennessee game. Once the Dolphins doubled down, they redid the whole thing. They got rid of the coach we liked for reasons that have nothing to do with football output, all about emotional nonsense, which, whatever, that's their game. That's the world we live in today. Fine. But so what do? We buy in. They sell us. We buy in. We say, fine, this is the way they're going. We're going to go ahead and go along with it too, because we really don't have much choice. So, and I know TD did the same. You know, we kind of reeled back on the Tua over criticism. So we tried to, you know, play into it some. Now here we are being made fools of when we shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? We tried to play ball, for lack of a better term. And now here we are with our foot in our mouth not all of us, and that's not what I'm saying in that extent, but I'm just talking about as Dolphin fans alike. This was supposed to be the answer. The organization promised us. What's the best that we can do now? Best we could do is be what we've been, a 10-win football team, a 9-win football team, just above 500. If we get into the playoffs, okay, great. If we win a game, we play Jacksonville or Tennessee and beat them. These aren't that ain't taking you to Super Bowls. It's time for this organization, this fan base alike, to have an honest conversation with themselves and ask, what's really the goal? Is the goal to win football games and be good looking every now and again and be a story? Or is it about winning championships? Because it really hasn't been that. It hasn't been about being held accountable and holding the ownership accountable, the GM, the coach, and most importantly, the quarterback. No, it's about feel-good stories and puff pieces, and I'm friggin' over it, bro. I'm over all the nonsense, and it's time we really just push back on all that nonsense.
Yeah, their goal, okay, is to make Tua look like a franchise quarterback. Their goal is all about Tua and not the team. And that's the issue that we have.
It really is, bro. It is.
Is every franchise to make their quarterback look like a franchise quarterback?
No, every franchise's job is to win a Super Bowl with however you do it. It ain't about one person. It ain't about making
John's kind of right, TD. He's kind of right. It's their job to protect their investment and to make money. And that's exactly what they've done. They've made buku bucks on all of us. Tua was voted the most out of anyone in the Pro Bowl from the fans. So the PR work is working. It's actually taken it by storm. I've never seen a product bought, sold, and packaged like Tua has been in my life. If they put half that energy into actually building a real football team that can win championships, we'd be something. But no, that's not what it is. Stephen Ross has come in here and fleeced this fan base for over a decade now, just straight reworking the same friggin' pitch scheme over and over. We got a new guru, a new genius. Here's the new guy. We're going to make it this time, only to then swift kick us right in the ass.
I think that, listen, I get what happened yesterday. Believe me, it was a horrible, worst game I've ever seen. Back-to-back interceptions. There's no defending it. But he still beat Buffalo. We still had a fight out with Buffalo in the second game of the season. With Buffalo in the second game of the season.
Is this person trolling?
No, bro. I troll you on Twitter.
John, come on, John. Listen,
Is he 100% serious?
I'm trying to answer the question. Just answer it. Did he beat Buffalo or not? Did Tua Tagovailoa beat Buffalo or not? All those times.
I would say Buffalo lost that game.
The Buffalo that had 2 All-Pro secondary members in a Pro Bowler missing in that game?
I'm talking about both games. I'm talking about the first game.
We lost the second one.
And the second game where he was in it.
Everybody knows the only game that mattered versus Buffalo was that second one when they actually had their team together. How would we match up?
That's and for the most part, we matched up pretty decently, but we don't have the better quarterback on the field.
Exactly.
That's why we didn't win that game.
Exactly. And no. Back up for a second. See, this is what Dolphin fans do. All they look at is the Dolphins. Y'all act like the Buffalo Bills played a great game. They had as many issues as we did in that game. We made them punt the ball 4 times and got a sack fumble in the second half. That's 5 times they went blank. They didn't have a great game.
He's still the best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino.
Well, I didn't say they had a great game. I said we matched up.
Dan Marino, you lost your mind.
Tannehill
is proven to be way better than Tua. Tua is
Oh,
trash.
come on. Are we seriously going to say that Tannehill is
Are you
better than
seriously gonna sit here and try to make Tua out to look like something? He ain't no franchise quarterback.
I know. You haven't. First of all, you said, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. Let him finish, because if he finishes out the rest of the season, we make it into the playoffs, and we make a run. What are you going to say? Go get me Lamar still?
Doggone right. Yeah, I mean, we done
Yeah.
seen plenty quarterbacks fool you and take you to the first round every year. This
John,
team
I got to be honest.
This team should have won 13 games hands down.
Because the reason I say that is because Lamar is awful in the postseason. So what
Man,
happens then?
well, what has Lamar ever had in the postseason? We always comparing quarterbacks, and y'all be the main ones talk about what one quarterback got and what one quarterback don't have. Well, Lamar is the poster child of what you never put around a quarterback. He has never had anything around him going into no playoffs. He ain't never had no weapons.
He's their whole offense every year since he's been
everything.
there.
Now you actually give him an offense where you add him in, man, he'll be probably the most deadly quarterback in the NFL.
Could you imagine if Lamar had Tyreek and Tyreek could just run full speed into the middle of the field and Lamar could just air it out and let him run underneath it? They'd hit that 2 or 3 times a game. No one would be able to stop it.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. Why do you think that with the exception of why? All right, let me rephrase it this way. Why do you think that the Dolphins are going to do the right thing if they hit the reset button again? Like, what makes you think the Dolphins will do the right thing this time?
Well,
They won't. First of all, they won't hit the reset button. That's number one.
can't.
They're not going to do it.
I don't think we can afford to hit the reset button monetarily wise. Like
The only thing that could get them to hit the reset button is if what John said kind of happens. We get in the playoffs, we win a playoff game or two, and Tua's stock is so high because he plays decent in the playoffs. We could sell it. We could sell that snake oil to another friggin' franchise and have them buy it off of.
Miami's not that smart. Miami's not that smart.
Listen, I've been holding out hope that Chris Greer has been playing the long game with this. That the end of the year last year, Tua, the 5th overall pick, you couldn't get a 5th rounder for. So what did they do? They decide to pivot. They bring an offensive-minded coach and load this team with offensive weapons. Now they can build up Tua's stats and put him in MVP category, where 5 weeks ago, that's what we were talking about. Hey, he's an MVP.
Chris,
potential.
you're giving Greer way too much. There's no decisions that the Dolphins have ever made that makes me think they overthought it or thought it that thorough.
Well, what else could you do? You can't just cut a quarterback. You can't take a 5th over. You can, but then you've lost your investment and your return.
The Dolphins are not a smart franchise, though, Chris. They are not. They have repeatedly over the years made
you're right,
stupid
Steven.
decision over stupid decision over stupid decision.
You're right. I've put overwhelming faith that Chris Greer is playing the long game with this quarterback situation. I hope I'm right. I hope we find out. But if not, and we're in this 7-year plan, we're done for. We're done for. We'll be right where we are right now 5-10 years from now.
And that's sad. That's sad.
That's the truth.
You're not gonna. First of all, you better hope and pray that more. Like, there's so many variables to this. Like, I get this is Deshaun Watson all over again, and we saw what Deshaun Watson's doing in Cleveland.
We missed that opportunity, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great missed opportunity. It was an amazing missed opportunity.
I don't know, man. Him coming mid-season. Listen, it's Cleveland mid-season. I'll judge Deshaun and his career next year.
That's what
next year. What he does.
We got Deshaun. Nobody cared about this year.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. It was about the future, having your franchise quarterback for the next 10 years. But listen, it ain't even just about Lamar Jackson. Jimmy G wouldn't have lost them 4 games.
You can't blame those 4.
Well, you just made my heart hurt, TD.
Jimmy G would not have lost.
You just made my heart hurt.
All right, TD, you're a smart guy. I actually do listen to you, even though you have me blocked on your channel. But let's talk for a second. The San Francisco game was on Tua 100% because those wide receivers were wide open, correct? And he couldn't hit them. He couldn't hit them to save his life. That's a fact. I'll give you that. The Chargers game, would you say that's on Tua?
1,000% on Tua.
Oof.
You want to hear why?
That Chargers game was all on him.
That Chargers game was all on Tua. You know why? Because I went over to all 22, and it was 10 times worse than I thought for Tua. Tua had wide open people coming underneath that whole freaking game, and he kept trying to force the ball in the middle of the field. And when they clog the middle of the field, Mike McDaniel start dialing up plays for out routes, and Tua would not even take the shots on
TD,
wide open.
he had layered out routes, two wide
Thank you.
receivers, both breaking
Exactly.
to the outside. He could have hit either one, but he can't get that. He
And
can't
Mike
come across the
McDaniel,
numbers like that.
Mike McDaniel didn't change the play calling. He kept
Oh yeah, he
changing.
did.
And then, well, we should have ran the ball more. Why? When the passing plays he's dialing up are working if the quarterback executes.
That's it. I agree that we should have ran the ball more at times, but when you dial up a passing play and you've got two guys that are breaking on their out routes open, why isn't it working? It's not working because the ball ain't being thrown there.
But he does
But
throw
he
the ball
what?
accurately to I'm saying he does throw the ball accurately to the wide receivers. What I saw was that he never took the easy pass. He always plays home run ball, but at the end of
Whose
the day,
fault is that?
it's his fault. But at the end of the day, during that Chargers game, you can't say that he had wide open wide receivers in the middle of the field. He didn't. He just had a great game plan against them.
He had wide open receivers all day.
But Mike,
did you
where
watch
did he
the
have?
all
He
22?
did.
John?
No, I did not watch the all 22.
All right,
You did-
all right. Never mind. I don't know why I'm arguing with you.
Daddy, Harper's making it.
I don't know why I'm arguing with you. The man had wide open receivers all day.
Pamela, go ahead, Pam.
Hey guys, hey, thanks for having me up, Stephen. I appreciate it. So, I want to say that I was at that game yesterday. It was flippin' freezing cold in Miami. I don't get cold like that. Even the Green Bay Slacker fans were bundled up. Trust me, they looked more bundled up than the Dolphin fans. There I sit, surrounded by so many stinking Green Bay fans, I can't stand it. I am like the loudest person I know when it comes to cheering for my team, and I was drowned it out by Green Bay fans. So that totally stunk. Like, I can't believe how bad that was. And then to sit there and lose in that way. I mean, it wasn't a hard fought game. It was horrible. We looked so good in the first half, and then we come back to what? Was Green Bay playing lights out? No. We just stunk. Why in the heck did we stop running the ball in the fourth quarter? Were we behind so far that we didn't have time to run the ball? No. Oh my gosh. I felt like I got punched in the gut and then got abused by Green Bay fans who thought they were at their home stadium.
Sorry
Seriously?
about that, Pam. Dolphins owe us better than that, and certainly everyone who showed up to the stadium yesterday was let down by the organization.
Hold on. Okay.
100%.
Hold on. Pamela, is there anything else you have to say about it?
About the game yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, I totally am so ticked off with Tua. That loss was on him and McDaniel. You can't forget about the mistakes in play calls, the things that we should have been doing. And I mean, Tua's been off. I mean, he played great against Buffalo. I thought, and not great, he played good against Buffalo. But I thought we'd come in with that same fire. You know, it's 44 degrees, not 4 degrees. Come on. And we come out and lay an egg for our fan base like that. We're up there in a battle with Green Bay fans and they leave us hanging like that. I'm telling you, I don't understand what McDaniel is doing. I don't get it. Gesicki goes out there and makes a beautiful play. And you know what he did? Everybody's complained about. No yaks. What did he do? He got yaks. He got up and ran and got more yards. Did we see him get another play? No. What happened to Mostert? Why was Wilson in? Wilson clearly is not over his injury. Mostert was balling out. Yeah, he put the ball on the ground, but he didn't turn it over 3 times. I mean, I am absolutely just
You know what's funny? All these 4 games that we lost were all games that we lost the coin toss on. I just think Like
No,
like usually when we win the coin
yes,
toss, we're winning
Let,
that
let me
game.
let me
These four
let me
games,
let
we
me
lost every coin
let me
toss.
it
interrupt.
is a
Let me
coincidence.
interrupt and say
Here's
a
a
couple things.
correlation with that I've noticed. We have lost every game that we got the ball kicked off to us first, and we have won
Yep.
every game that we've deferred
Yep.
because. And in every game at the beginning of the game, I said it. I said, "Dang man, we don't get the ball after halftime. It is so important for this team to get the ball after halftime, and here's why. Almost every team has done this to us so far. They've scored right before the half and got the ball back after the half.
Yeah, yeah.
And Miami needs
It's
that
like the offense freezes over in that long time
because
of not having the ball.
the rhythm has changed. The hype has changed. When a team scores before half and they get the ball after half and score again, the momentum is on them.
But the reality, TD, of what's the problem is that when linebackers are dropping back deep in coverage beyond the sticks, Tua's not taking anything underneath that's wide open, and he obviously just loses sight of linebackers. He loses sight of them.
Because I tried to tell y'all, Mike McDaniel's offense is not a quarterback progression offense this year. It's supposed to be, but not for Tua, because Tua can't process the field. Mike McDaniel, instead of progressions, he's giving him options.
Man,
Think
TD,
about it.
you are so fucking. Sorry, Steve, I don't mean to cuss, but you're so smart because you're right on the money with that, bro. That is the most brilliant way to explain exactly what offense this
No
Taylor
swear
is.
jar today.
Yeah,
Okay,
man,
good.
we don't do.
Now you fucking tell us.
Tua doesn't go through progressions. He goes through options. So if he looks to the right,
he has targeted zones that are his options.
Yeah, if he looks to the right of the field, it doesn't matter what's going on the left. You can have a guy wide open for a touchdown. It ain't coming.
Yep.
Because
It's almost like a zone. It's like a zone
not
option.
build progressions for him because he know that Tua can't read him.
Okay,
So he gave him options.
let me pause the conversation and just I want to go back to this. I want to go back to the mediocrity that this team has been fed on a year in, year out basis. And we continuously find ourselves in very similar predicaments on a year in, year out basis. How do we get somebody like Stephen Ross out? Because I think he is the
bro,
person.
I started hashtag Toss Boss Ross. Tried to get that going, bro.
Yeah,
it had a little bit.
He's not going to leave until he dies, bro. He's already passed it down to his daughter.
And then I guess that goes to my second thing. If he doesn't go, are we in this continuous cycle till he dies that we're just going to be this?
First of all,
I don't think this is on Ross either.
I don't think Ross the issue at all.
Ross isn't calling the play calls. You know, Ross isn't throwing interceptions.
No,
there's no excuse for that play on the field yesterday.
The biggest problems besides Tua that I saw yesterday, besides Tua, just want to make that clear, just before anyone jumps down my throat. Penalties. It's like we're not disciplined anymore, and on top of that, our special teams. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Doing basically a squib kick to give them like half the field. What sense? Like, these are like the bonehead decisions that I don't think any Dolphins fan would have made during that game. And I do blame McDaniel, but I don't blame McDaniel for all of it. I blame Tua for what happened yesterday. But what I'm trying to say is 3rd and 1 against Buffalo, doesn't run the ball, instead passes it. When it's shown it hasn't worked. He finally did it yesterday when it was 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 where he finally ran the ball. But it took us that long to realize it. Like, those are the decision making. And another thing I don't like about this team, we don't fucking tackle for anything. We can't tackle. We have our defenders trying to fucking hit the ball out of the receiver's hands most of the time instead of making a decent tackle and giving up another 10, 15 fucking yards doing it. Our team is not disciplined. And our faults go beyond what happened yesterday with Tua. It's just we don't have a disciplined team, and that's the truth.
But John, our defense put us back in that game over and over. You're not wrong about the things that you were just saying. They do that, but the defense kept us in that game. The defense isn't the one that missed another field goal. The defense sat there and intercepted a ball, held them on fourth down. The
Only
defense
gave up
did
6
what they
points on 2
needed.
turnovers, and didn't give up any on the last turnover either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's playing McDaniel's playing home run ball.
All
I
right,
know you guys want to say it's Tua, but McDaniel is
let me-
literally.
No,
But
let
if
me
you're
ask-
playing
hold
home run
on real
ball,
quick.
put in Gesicki.
Hold on. Let me ask TD. TD. You say that Ross isn't the problem, but the issue for me is ever since he's been in power.
No, before power. Before. See, y'all forget when Ross came in. We were 10 years in the trash when he came.
Well,
He's
I can
not
tell you
wrong.
right now, he is not.
Well, I got
I'm
something
sick of
to
the
say.
mediocrity, and I don't trust this franchise to make the right decision.
Ross is the perfect owner to have because he will spare all expenses to do whatever it takes. That's
But
all.
every decision he has made has been the wrong one.
What decision has he made? You're talking about Chris Greer. Y'all keep putting the blame on the wrong person. Ross ain't making these decisions. The only
Ross put Greer in charge.
Ross
hey,
Ross put Tannenbaum in
He did
charge.
choose Greer over.
Ross put Jeff Ireland in charge.
Steven,
get that, but there's levels to this. You got an owner that's willing to spare any expense. So he needs to just correct his issues and get rid of the right person, which is Chris Greer. But
wait, so TD, let me ask
really
you,
want to make that
why
move to get
why
rid of
do
Chris
you
Greer?
say
Do you know
that?
how
Because
fast he would get picked up?
he has gone out.
I don't think
and
Chris Greer is the biggest problem. But go
I
ahead, Blaine. Sorry.
don't either, but it comes
unbelievable
okay.
moves, bro.
All right.
Somebody's head's going to be on the chopping block, and
So
it
let
ain't
me
going to be
answer-
Ross's.
Let me answer this.
Right, exactly.
There was pride. We got ourselves, our front office got into a pride issue, okay?
Yep.
And that's what derailed all of this. We were on a process, we had a plan, and it got derailed last year with the whole pride or the Brian Flores situation and everything. Now, what happened was Stephen Ross is willing to spend in it. Stephen Ross told him, give every draft pick you can to go get Burrow. It ain't our fault that Cincinnati said no. He even tried to go get Brady. He wanted a Super Bowl. He tried to do all of these things. That's the type of characteristics you want in an owner. Now, here's where Greer has played everybody. Greer has always figured out a way to give you exactly what you want. So you can say, you can't point your finger at Greer because he like, what do you mean? I've given you everything. Anything you ever wanted, fans. Think about every year.
I don't have to be happy with the result, but I respect the game because Homeboy plays it better than anyone I've ever seen in my life. He knows how to not be the one at fault.
Greer flips picks, and he say, I got enough picks that if your situation don't work, I've already given you everything. And I got a contingency plan. Now, this is the first time where we won't have a contingency plan, which means we will
Christian
probably
Wilkins head on the chopping block.
No, we'll either continue with Tua, or guess what? We're gonna do another Laramie Tunsil deal, and guess who that's gonna be?
That's Wilkins. He's on.
Wilkins.
Listen, I thought they should have did it last year with Wilkins, but Wilkins has even gone better, so you could probably get even more from what you would have done over last year's offseason to this year, which is crazy to think.
And the problem is, if you go watch the All-22 last year, there ain't nothing changed, ladies and gentlemen. There were open people last year. It's about, listen, our issues are about execution on the field and these players. We need to stop making it about anything else. Our players.
Well, the Ravens love defense, bro. Maybe they want that. Maybe they want Wilkins.
These players are not putting
the kind of thing we cannot do as a franchise anymore. Giving up great players. Why would we do that?
Because we got other guys. We just bought Chubb. We're screwed on that deal. We still have Jalen Phillips. Zach Sealer's not going to go anywhere. I know Christian Wilkins great, but are we going to pay $100 million to have what? A good defensive line and no quarterback? We got to pivot. You can survive. You can survive without Christian Wilkins. You can't survive without a franchise quarterback.
Pamela, you have to give away great players. If we didn't give away Laramie Tunsil, 5 of our great players
I got you.
Here.
Yep.
I got you. That's true, but I'm telling you, other other franchises figure out a way to keep great players. And
Yeah, once they have the
Christian
quarterback, though,
Wilkins,
Pam. Once they
I
have a quarterback, that's what you do.
but I
Until
feel
then, no
like
one
if
is
this
safe.
offense was ran properly by McDaniel, play called properly, we could have a mediocre quarterback
Oh
and win.
gosh.
Seriously.
This
'Cause
offense
I
this offense is ran properly by Mike McDaniel.
I know it's not. We
let me
give up
clear
on the
something up.
run game.
See,
We
I
TD,
don't
can't do
use
that.
our
can't
tight
run an
ends
RPO
properly.
without the R, bro. Like we
No,
don't have no running game,
Steven,
and he
please
doesn't.
let
He
me
doesn't
speak, bro.
even execute. Go ahead, finish
Bro,
what
What's
you're
up?
gonna say.
What's up, TD?
I'm so sick of this, man. Y'all, please, you don't have to agree with me, but just hear out my stance on this, please, for a second. Let me get some things straight with y'all. Because we are so, as Dolphin fans, we're always in the moment. First of all, let's get something straight. We don't have a run game. We just ran into 2 or 3 of the worst run defenses in the NFL, if you didn't know that.
Facts.
We don't have
Exactly.
a run game.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Number two, if we threw the ball on 3rd and 1, stop saying we should have ran if there was a play to be made when we were trying to pass. It was a good call if we executed. 3rd and 1, wide open guy, bad pass.
I
If
Bad
you
pass.
execute,
That's
we've done this before, and if it works, we praise it. If it don't work, we criticize. We got to stop doing that.
Well, we've seen us go for it on 3rd and short and run the ball and not convert. And we're like, why are we doing that? Tua's been cooking all day. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you can't have it both ways. You
And
can't
just
have
like
it both ways.
yesterday, y'all must watch the same game I watched. Because guess what? In the second half, we did run the ball. Guess what we did? The first run out of halftime, 13 yards. Guess what the next 7 runs were? None of them were over 3 yards. See, in the first half, we pretty much averaged 10 yards a carry. We had our way. And guess what Green Bay did in the second half? They took the 4 guys off the line of scrimmage and they put 5, just like we do. And we didn't get a single rush after that first rush for 13 with Mostert. We didn't get a single rush over 3 yards after that.
But where was Mostert after that, TD? Where was Mostert? Where was Mostert after that?
Mostert was getting back to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard. Jeff Wilson, 2 yards. Mostert back in.
No,
-1.
Mostert didn't get that many.
So you're Coach McDaniel, TD, and you're in the Buffalo game. It's 3rd and 1. We're on their side of the field with time winding down. You're not going to run the play, assuming that Mike.
I'm going to do what I know will work if we execute, just like early in the season. He did the same thing early in the season. He would pass with Tua. He dialed up the pass play. We didn't execute, but we had an opportunity to make the play. You cannot put that on the coach if there was an opportunity to make the play and they didn't execute. You cannot. That's the problem we have.
Blocking was there too.
Just because it didn't work, we criticize the coach.
You run the ball, and if it doesn't work, then you can fuck with it on 4th down. That was a bad move by McDaniel.
But guess what? Early in the season,
at that point in the game, TD, that game was ours to win.
Early in the season,
was run it and run down the clock. And
who say you were going to get it running it?
But you at least had 2 downs to do it. But instead, what ended up happening, he took the pass for a loss. And we were -3 yards behind the line of scrimmage after that. So what do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, but go look at the play. Go look at the play. Go look at who didn't execute properly. Go look at who threw the freaking ball anyway when it was blown up over there. Go look at who did that. Didn't even read the defense. Just threw it to a defender's back in the flat.
Right at his back.
Right at his back. I agree.
If he turned around, it would have been a pick 6. This is on the execution of your players, man. Because we weren't complaining early in the season when it was 3rd and 1 and we threw it and we got 7 yards. Oh, McDaniel a genius. That's all we heard, how much of a genius he was.
I'll be interested to see how it ends up, because if there's failure, how the Dolphins organization will pivot to pin this on McDaniel. Already Boyer's head's on the chopping block. He gonna get lopped off, and it ain't even his fault. But
I think Ross Rashawn Payton $100 million for nothing. You don't think that's still on the table next year?
I mean, yes, but here's the deal: is Sean Payton going to ride or die with that quarterback? I don't
He's
think
not.
so. If he
Sean
was, if
Payton gonna come in
for Tua's
what he want to do.
best interest would be to go to a football team that has a dome.
Sean
That
Payton
would
has
be his
already
best
said.
interest.
Sean Payton has already said he doesn't like Tua. He's already on record saying it. And
Yeah, but he came out again saying
he retracted it. But when you make a statement like that for the first time, you're already.
All right,
not
hey, hold up, guys. Let me bring Cameron into this conversation. What's up, Cameron?
Hey,
Hey,
man, I
Cam.
just got on. I haven't heard anything what was being talked about this morning. So Merry Christmas to all of you that I didn't say that to, and hope you all had a wonderful
It's
weekend.
basically the TD thing.
Outside of the 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock hour of Sunday, that sucked.
I was just arguing, Cameron, that Tua was great yesterday and everybody hating.
Listen, brother, you know where I stand, but 0-4 don't cut it, and we're results-based industry, right? Like they're there to win a championship and get into the playoffs, and if they don't win the next 2 games, I tweeted this out yesterday. Everything's on the table from the top down, and Ross isn't the type of owner that has the patience like the Bills had with Josh Allen, and Tua can't afford to have any more games like he had yesterday. And the confidence of this team in him is probably flatlining at very best, and that's not a good scenario going into 2 must-win games.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It is on Coach McDaniel, right? Like he's the head coach.
No, I just absolutely got called out in the comments and called out by TD for saying the exact same thing. So you're right.
It's just not Tua, man. Special teams blew yesterday. Our defensive secondary, they had a pass pick. They played really well in the second half.
Yeah, but Cameron, wouldn't it be nice to have a quarterback that when things are going bad can bail
110%.
We don't have, bro. We don't have him bailing us out.
110%.
You got to kind of
and listen, I think he had a good first half, and I think he had a good first half until that last drive where he threw that pick, and then you could just see him. His confidence went down the shitter. It was not good. I
can't be worried about mental health in football on a game day, bro. I can't.
I agree with you, but that's the facts of that's what happened yesterday, and that's not a good thing going forward in these last 2 games.
Cameron,
I mean, is Tua back in front of the mirror questioning am I good or not, and talking to himself? I mean,
he's gonna be back in that mirror. I hope the mirror don't lie.
Grow up, man. Damn, what are we talking about here? This is football.
Tell him the truth. But anyway, Cameron, you and Pamela need to stop with this Mike McDaniel stuff. When he called the plays and you watch all 22, there is a play to be made. That's all a coach can do. And like McDaniel said in his pressure, it's about the execution.
Hey, TD, let me clarify something. I'm on Coach McDaniel because he's not putting a fire under Boyer, or he's not doing like special teams and defense. I think he called the right plays. I think he put the players in the position to make the right plays, and the quarterback didn't execute.
The only gripe I've got with McDaniel is how
I am not calling out McDaniel because of the offensive play calling. I'm calling out McDaniel for the rest of this team.
But McDaniel did put the heat on Boyer. And what did they say last week? You will see a different form of football going forward. We will play better on defense.
And did we in the second half?
Play better.
Did we in the second half?
Yeah, they only gave up. They gave up
26 points after coughing the ball up 4 times. That's good.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it, man. Like Tua did, the defense 0 favors. 0.
And everything they got was tough. They just need Aaron Rodgers to drop dimes.
When can Tua do us the favor, and rather than everyone else doing him the favor?
Let me answer this question and play Ghost of Christmas Past here, because we all forgot about the Detroit Lions game where Tua had to pitch a perfect game, and he did, just to keep his team in because defense was selling. Isn't that the truth, guys?
Yeah, during the 5-game win streak, that's
reality. All I hear you saying is coin flips. The Bills from the third week when Tua got knocked out.
Even TD said that.
Tua coincidentally enough got knocked out for 3 games, but you forget that you bypass that part. So we lost 4 games in a row, and we got injured, 3 games missed. That's
We are
7
a
games,
rhythm
John. You're
offense.
talking about a
We
coin
are
flip?
a rhythm offense. This is how Mike McDaniel
But Cap,
handles
you
his
know,
offense.
That's
those
because
what
you're a
you
games,
product
factor
of your
into.
coach. Your coach is bipolar, and your quarterback is obviously not confident right now. That's not on the fans. You think we have
For
to use
there
that
is
as an
too much
excuse?
talent on this
I'm
football team to
I'm
have
not
these
saying
type
that
of
you have to like
problems.
Tua right now.
That's
I said
exactly
this in the
right.
beginning. What Tua did yesterday was disgusting, absolutely horrendous. But let's
No,
not
no, but
forget,
you
like
bypass it like it's no big deal. It's a coin flip, and he played good against Detroit and Buffalo week 3.
No, he brought up a
Cap. In all
coincidence.
seriousness, Joe Burrow first week of the season threw 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So
What do I care about Joe Burrow? We need to care about our quarterback, and our quarterback right now is not elite.
Yes, they had
0 points in the second half. Cameron, you want to say it's on the defense? 0 points in the second half, bro.
And you're all looking
I
for
did
a
not say it's
magical
on the
quarterback
defense,
that's
Cap. Don't
Patrick
get it
Mahomes or
twisted.
Josh Allen to get
Bro,
us
you
into
said
the
fire
Super
Boyer.
Bowl,
At this
bro.
point, if you want to fire Boyer, bench the quarterback.
Dude.
Does everybody
Yeah,
realize
yeah,
that when the Dolphins
I know, right? I know, right?
Does everybody realize the last 3 years when the Dolphins don't score points in the third quarter, we lose every game?
Well, this is a
there's
much
that.
different team than the last 3 years, even though we have the same record after the same amount of games.
It's not that different because of that stat you just said, Cam. How different can it be? The only difference is that we're doing it more offensively than defensively.
No, you forget our defense is not top 5 anymore. That was when Flores was here, and we were using Gesicki.
The loss we've gotten or we've accrued by the regression of the defense with the progression of the offense, it hasn't leveled out to a greater gain. So we've lost X amount in the defensive production and gotten this amount of new production in the offense, and it's gotten us no better football.
We're no
it's
better
only
than
just
last
looked
season.
prettier. It's only looked prettier.
No, I don't hear that.
It looks different. It
Where you
smells
gotta go?
different, but then I guess
All
Listen,
those
guys,
I was
number one
just
statistics,
my
wrong.
only advice to you is hold on
MVP
for the next 2
ranking,
games.
people
Because
fighting
if
with
Tua
each
goes
other,
out-
people getting disrespected, death threats, all that for
I
a
don't care about
quarterback
none
who's
of
not
that.
elite
I don't
right
care
now,
about
bro.
none. That's gonna happen
I really
regardless.
don't
Don't
give a
But
nobody
that
give a
is
damn. Like that's
He's
Yeah.
right though.
I don't care.
He can
Boyer
be
gotta
right.
go.
Now that it's
Go
now
ahead,
the
throw
shoes on the other
Skylar in
foot.
some Skylar's the saver. Let's suck for 10 more years. I don't
You
care
guys
about
already
none of
given up
that.
on the season. You're the
We
guys
got
saying
2
it's
more
over.
games, Cap. We got 2 more games. We're still the 7th seed at the end of the day. You guys are all acting like we're out of the playoffs.
So
No,
that's
I'm not saying
You're
that.
right,
John,
because we
no,
had
John, I
7th
still
seed
think
last year going into the
we can
last 2
beat
weeks
these
of
2
last
bad
season. How did
teams.
that work out?
We can beat
Crypto.
these
I'm
2
sorry.
bad
The
teams
same
and
way
still
it's
get
about
into
to
the
work out,
Flores'
Crypto.
playoffs.
offense? Is this
Exactly,
Brian Flores' offense?
Rashad.
No. Listen, we can beat these 2 last teams that are
Hey,
reeling
No,
Brian
we
Flores'
can't.
offense
No,
and
we
wasn't
get to
going
the
can't. Not with
forward,
playoffs.
Boyer
But
as
is that
defensive
is
Yeah.
that a
coordinator.
respectable football team? Is that the
Brian
Miami
Flores is
Dolphins
not
we were
0-4 in
promised this year?
December, buddy.
Hey, Cap, let me ask you a question, man. And give me your honest answer. And I'm interested to hear everybody's take on this because it's an interesting conundrum that this team is going to be put in with Tua, right? Say he balls out the next 2 games, they go in the playoffs, they win a playoff game. He has a QBR rating over 100. You know that he throws no picks. He's back
Cameron,
to the. Hold on, let me finish.
Cameron.
Let him finish.
Let me
So
finish.
you're arguing fool's gold.
Cap, let me
Cameron,
finish. Let me finish, man. My question to you guys is what does this team do if we win a playoff game?
Super Bowl, Cameron.
Let's say they win the Super Bowl.
Nothing less.
You want me to
Nothing less.
You want me to tell you
Cap.
what they do? If there's no Super Bowl, you sell because stock is never higher on Tua Tagovailoa.
That's wild.
You can literally sell him the highest for you'd ever sell,
Wow,
and then
he
you can
sells.
take your
That's
pick.
what
Yeah, just like
I'm
the
telling you,
Rams
bro,
did with
it's
Jared
business
Goff.
is business,
Wild.
and you can
Because
get
it
the
won't be
highest.
it won't be
You get a
nothing new,
Larry
El
Tunsil
Capitan,
type
because the
deal
Rams
It'll
did
be
the
for
no
same.
him
different from Jimmy
and for
G.
Christian Wilkins,
It'll
and
be
now you
just
turn
like
around
Jimmy
with a
G.
million picks.
It'll be just like Jimmy G. They went to a Super Bowl, but they still knew they needed to get better.
So the consensus is he's gone no matter what.
Exactly.
No, win a Super Bowl and you're God. I mean,
Yeah,
you ain't
win a
God,
Super Bowl.
but
I don't give a
you're
damn.
everything.
Pay him for the
It
next
You have
can
to
go
20
either
win the
years.
way.
Super Bowl
It can go
at
either
this
way. It
Win a
can
point.
be
Super
a
Bowl, pay
God
you
or
next
it can
20
be a
It's
years.
Super
pancake.
Bowl or bust.
So I want to get.
But
I want to
Cameron's
make sure I'm
point.
listening. I want to
Boy,
make
you
sure
in
I'm
the Super
listening to
Bowl.
this correctly. I want to make sure I'm listening to this correctly. The only way the Miami Dolphins keep Tua Tagovailoa is if he wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
year.
because
John,
it's
John,
Yeah,
John,
if you don't want to keep
there's
this
only
franchise
been
in purgatory.
before you know it, we're going to be paying this guy, 30, 40, 50, 60 million a year. You can't win with a quarterback paying them the big quarterback money like
That's
that.
what
There's only
TD taught me.
been there's only been Brady, who always took pay cuts, Peyton, who got put on a loaded football team, and I'm missing one more right now. But there's only been 3 that
So
have
what's
done
the
it since
alternative?
being
Like
paid.
you go to the
the
agent route.
this
You're
is the
The
saying
alternative is you got to find out who your quarterback is while they're young before you
That's
have to
true.
pay them and win a Super Bowl in those first 5 years. And if you don't, you got to ship them gone. And here we are
That's
going to
true.
go into year 4 with not one answer questioned
so
or
you're
one question
drafting a new
answered.
quarterback and starting fresh.
No, you trade it, yeah, or whatever. I'd rather not. This
Because you're
team
going
is
to pay the
built ready
same
to go
amount of
now.
money or more for Lamar or Garoppolo.
No, but we put ourselves in a situation where we're in a window now because of all those big contracts.
Our
you
back is
paid.
against the wall.
So we only got
Well,
2 more
listen.
years anyway. So you
That's
might
right.
as well pay a guy big
Go
bucks
for
and know
broke.
that you're not going to have
So
it 4 years
The
from now.
Rams did it, bro.
Well,
The Rams
let
did it.
me say something to this point. So what I
Fireboy.
need to see is the Miami Dolphins not come out and throw the running back to the wolves and say he ran the wrong route. I mean, I watched that play over and over. That was a bad pass. So I need for people who messed up Tua and McDaniel
Well,
to
Tua
take
owned it, man.
take can I
Mm-hmm.
just finish? Can I just finish? I need them to take the heat for what they did. Because if you're going to walk away from this and go, no, no,
Pam,
no,
they've never
running
let
back
Tua
ran the
take the
wrong.
heat. It's never
I
been
know,
Tua's fault
but
since
then
he's
we'll
been here,
never
Pam.
learn, will we? We'll never
Well,
learn.
But
they
Pam,
don't
We'll
have
never
to.
change.
Tua
You got to
actually took
protect the
ownership.
product.
If you notice in his press conference, he said, I might have called the wrong play.
I
I'm telling
might.
you, I'm telling you right now.
I don't care about none of that.
Key
Put
word, he
Skylar
said
in.
might.
Now, if
He's
when
giving
Tua
If
gets
himself
Put
we
a
into the
Skylar
don't
in.
playoffs,
Skylar's the saver. Like
when
he's
if
Tua
going to
we
gets
make the
into the
don't
defense play
playoffs
better.
see
and
Like
our
that's
when
what's
he's
wrong with
mistakes,
Kansas
Skylar.
we
City,
don't change.
when
That's
If
fact.
Tua's
Yeah,
throwing
but all right, hold on.
interceptions on his
Let
first
me,
gets
half,
let
into
me,
the
hold on,
playoffs,
guys. Let me hop in and say something because I appreciate your patience because my internet's been. I just scheduled an appointment so I could get rid of this internet package that I have. But let me just say to Pamela's point, we've been making that same mistake over and over for years with no this is nothing new as a Dolphins fan, in my opinion. This is just dressed up with a different person, just a new quarterback, new coach, whatever. This is the same thing that we've been dealing with on a year in, year out basis, and we have not made the next step to get to that next level. And every time we do, the rug is pulled out from under us. And again, I say, TD and
What's the
Capper up here
mistake?
saying, okay, well,
Exactly.
Lamar's the solution to it. Well, that's all well and good. And, there are people that are up here, oh, Sean Payton is the solution. No, that's well and good. But the reality is you keep we all said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing,
Exactly.
expecting different results. And we've been doing the same thing over and
Lamar is
over again,
definitely
expecting
not the
different
same
results.
If
And
thing
we
we
have
don't
either.
make
not
the
gotten
playoffs, Steven, what Level 2 Noob just said,
Lamar.
that's going to be Mike McDaniel's fate, just like Hackett. They'll fire a first-year
But
coach if
hold
you
on,
stacked
hold
with
on.
a team.
Listen.
I agree.
We've never gone out and got a big dollar quarterback, so that's not the same.
We
When have the
have.
Dolphins
We
ever?
have.
Who?
You give me
Dante
Sean Payton and
Culpepper.
Lamar Jackson.
Dante
only one
Culpepper coming
quarterback.
off
And
injury. That ain't
Dante
a
Culpepper.
big dollar quarterback.
Lamar is
That was
Yeah,
busted
he
up
was
at
a
the point.
bust.
What
he
are we
was a
gonna do?
bust, and
Lamar
he
Jackson coming off injury. What are we talking about?
Sean Payton and Lamar Jackson over this squad right now has a more dynamic version than getting
And
to the
how we
playoffs
gonna
than right now.
that's just
how we
ridiculous.
gonna afford
Don't try to trump
that
Two
me
is
or
with
shook
get
right
better?
freaking
now.
Dante
Rashad, two is
Culpepper.
shook. He can't even run right, bro.
I understand. Put in Skylar. I don't care.
Rashad, you're a
Forget
total
Tua.
two and ear, Rashad.
But in Scott,
I'm saying forget Tua, and you're calling me a two and ear. I'm
You're a
saying we can
Tua-sexual.
afford Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
Lamar
we
Jackson isn't going to make this defense play better.
Oh my God, it ain't got nothing to
But
do
that's
with the
the
defense,
point.
bro.
You don't need Lamar Jackson to make the
The
defense play
defense
better.
gave
You
up
need him
6
to make
points,
up
bro, in
for
the
their
second
lack
half,
of
bro.
play.
I watched Lamar
His
Jackson
defense
beat
was
Lamar Jackson.
fine yesterday.
Okay.
So you saying give Skylar
Listen. I'm saying let's bring in Lamar Jackson. Let X walk. Let Christian Wilkins walk. Let Zyler walk because we got to payLamar Jackson.
They're
That's
not
what y'all
walking all
forgetting.
these
And then
guys.
we're
You
going to
mean
be
The
trade?
defense
They're
gave
all
up
going.
6 points in
We're
the
not
second
trading
half, Rashad.
anybody who is off. How are we going to trade him if we don't got him under contract?
What are
Tell
you
me.
talking about? Everybody you just named.
Everybody you just named is under contract.
X has an opt out in his contract.
X
Yeah,
Christian
and
Wilkins
we
is on
want
his
to opt
fifth
out, not
year, bro.
him.
X
We
is under
have to sign
contract
that
for the
out.
next 5 years. And the
Thank
way
you.
he
So this
playing,
is
why
what
would he
we're
opt
gonna do.
out? Why would
This
he
is what
opt
we're
out
gonna
to go
do.
take this?
We're gonna pay Lamar Jackson. Screw the
Okay,
linebackers.
okay. And who's gonna
Screw
trade
the
what for
running backs.
X?
Screw the.
Listen,
Wait.
I already told you.
To prove your point, who's gonna trade what for X? That's
Let
gonna get us Lamar
Nobody,
TD
Jackson.
tell you. TD trying to
Okay,
tell
that's
you.
my point exactly.
you're the
TD
one
trying
who
to
thinks
tell
it's
you.
fair.
Listen,
You're the one who
I don't
thinks
have
it's
what
fair.
I'm telling y'all is we can't afford
Rashad,
Lamar Jackson
TD's trying
because
to
of what
answer
we
you,
have
bro.
already.
That
TD's
is
trying to answer
And
you,
if
bro.
even if we give that up, our defense sucks. We're the worst defense in the league. We're going to give up what good pieces we have to suck even more.
Lamar,
What are
do
we
you
talking
know?
about?
Do you know how
Excuse
bad the
me,
I'm
Chiefs
saying
defense
put
is?
Skylar in since
Rashad.
Skylar's
Do you
the
know?
Do
favorite.
Do you
you
know how
realize
That's
how
what I
easy
bad
was
it
the
is
doing.
Chiefs
to play
defense is?
defense with a lead where you put all
We're
the
still
offensive
ranked
pressure
the
on a
worst
team?
defense in the league. What are we talking? I don't care who's
Oh
bad.
I'll do you
my.
guys
We're
one
still
better.
the
Our
worst
offensive
defense in the
line
league.
is
All
ranked
right,
bottom.
hey. One
But
at
that
a
had nothing to
time.
do
What
with
are
the
we?
last four
Hold
Are you
on,
games.
one
arguing
at
me?
a
Are you
time.
arguing
One
with
at a
me that we're
time.
not the worst defense
Let
in the league?
TD
Is
go.
that the argument?
Rashard, if your defense is trash, then you need
Get
to
your
go.
popcorn ready, Cameron.
If your defense is trash, then you need to go put
Or
up more
donuts.
points. You need more points. It's that simple. This defense, and I want to ask you this, Rashard. How do you think we're going to fix the defense? It's going to get worse anyway. We got expiring contracts coming up. And we
Yeah,
got
agree.
we still need to pay that's already
I
here.
agree.
It's not going to
I
get
agree.
better. So the
go
goal
get
is
two
go get
corners
It's
more
and
not going
three
to get better, so let's
linebackers and
go
a
spend
D
more money on
lineman.
the offense.
TD,
But as
go
far as
find
Yes.
yesterday is
five.
Hey, hold
concerned,
on,
More
hold on,
money
one
on
at
the
a
offense to
time.
make the
Hold
defense
the
look
on.
offense
worse.
needed to score 27 points. That's the bottom
Hold on.
line.
Stupidest thing I ever heard.
This man just said the defense isn't going to get better. So what does that mean? Go spend more money on the offense? Yes, you
Yeah,
got to score more than
yeah,
the other team.
yeah. Let's take
Just
more
give me
away from our
27
worst
points against the
defense.
Packers, please.
Can't take it.
That's all I asked for Christmas.
Your
I
defense,
wanted
Give me 10
27 points for
defensive
Our,
guys
Christmas.
de-
rather than one
our
offensive guy.
defense is allowing 28 points a game. We're averaging 20, so let's average
Oh,
28
so
so
that
our
means our
defense can give
defense
up
played well
35.
yesterday because they only gave up 26.
and
Yeah,
that
our defense
was
played
for
real well.
But you said
I
they
know
was giving
Lamar.
up
Hey,
28, but they
Lamar was
gave up
here. Our
two
running
less
game would
points.
be.
So that
I
means
was
If
they were
being
Lamar
better
was
yesterday,
here,
right?
I
if Lamar was
was
here, our
being
running game would be
sarcastic. I was
stout. I
being
know that.
Rashad,
sarcastic,
cover
Coco.
up. You're 2 and
We
ears.
actually,
Going.
I was being sarcastic.
listen.
We
If
actually
y'all want to
averaged
know,
26 points per game
how we're
given
going
up,
to pay Lamar
to
Jackson,
be
it's
exact,
simple,
or
okay?
25.
If y'all want to know how we're going to pay Lamar Jackson, it's simple, and I'm going to break it down for you. First of all, Christian Wilkins is going to be warranted a contract that pays him about $20 million per year.
Let him go.
And you trade him to
Let him
Baltimore.
go.
Hold on. You can't let him
How
go.
we trade him? Trade him for what?
What are you
He's on
talking
his
about?
fifth. We have to sign and trade.
Bro, this is his third year. What are you talking? I mean, his fourth year. What are you talking?
Christian Wilkins. This is his fourth year. A sign and trade.
They've
Yeah,
already signed.
we already have, bro. You're gonna exercise the
We
fifth.
already.
Have the 5th-year option.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we still have it.
And
He's
that's
already
even more
signed that.
appealing for a team because they want a guy on a 5th-year option so they can manipulate the cap. Anyway, $20 million for Christian Wilkins. Byron Jones is gone in the offseason. That's $16 million. That's $36 million right there. And guess what? Now you trade Tua with his $8 million, and there goes 44 right there. You can't tell me. And guess what? Tua was gonna go anyway. Byron, they were gonna cut anyway because they mad. And Christian Wilkins is the guy that you gotta sacrifice to do it.
It's not only that, TD. It's a
Yes.
10-year
You could
gotta
get
let
3
contract.
first
That
round
gives
picks
Lamar
for
a
let
year
Wilkins.
now.
we gotta let Zyler walk.
Why you got
No,
Tyler Walker?
Oh no,
No, you don't,
no,
because we're
that's
going to get some
crazy
picks.
town.
Because Zyler
No,
is
you're
balling.
not going
That's
to let him walk.
You think
He's not going to.
crazy.
He doesn't have to
Zyler
walk.
don't want to check?
You give him X, bro.
You get to
Give
pay
them X.
Tyler less.
Do you think Zyler don't want to get paid after
Would
the
you
season
get
he's
to
You
pay
give
having?
him
them X
less?
and Wilkins,
No,
bro.
he's
Guess
not a
what?
top
Oh
5
my!
at his position.
I'm not saying he
And
is.
guess
I'm
who? Guess
saying
who money you gonna give to Zyler? Jerome Baker
never
because he
made.
gone.
You act like he's going to be like
First
Allen
of all,
Hainsworth,
you've got
$100 million
He's
Raekwon
never made.
contract.
Davis.
Well,
You've
listen
got
to what I'm
Raekwon
saying.
Davis on
We're
his
Zach
talking
rookie
Zyler
about
deal
gonna
too.
get
Raekwon.
$10 million a year. Zach Zyler gonna get $10 million a year, and that's Jerome
Exactly.
Baker. Bob Baker.
Exactly. And we still gonna have to be paying Jerome Baker, even though we let him
Jerome
go.
Baker is done
Well,
after this
Jerome
year, bro.
Baker's,
He ain't making
And then Bradley Chubb and Tyreek and Armstead contracts kick in.
Well,
So
that's
yeah,
all
we gotta worry about
that's
that.
the whole point. You got a 2-year window, and they done backloaded all of them for 2025. So you got to do do it now?
I guess 25 million a year is backloading. The
Well,
first year of your contract.
if you go look
Remember,
at
the
it,
salary cap also increases.
what I'm
It
saying,
does.
you look at all of their contracts, you'll see Tyreek and all these big money guys making $6 million this year, $8 million next year. It's not
Listen,
until
what y-
2025 where they're $40 million.
what
So
Rashad,
y'all are throwing?
would you sacrifice the defensive contracts or the offensive contracts right now?
I will sacrifice anything and everything to get Lamar Jackson here.
what are you talking about?
Oh,
I'm
God.
agreeing with y'all.
Man,
The
Rashad
defense.
done hit his head. He wouldn't, man, I don't know what's wrong with
Kill
Rashad.
the defense. Let them all walk. If we can afford them, let them go. The defense
Bro,
suck. And they're the best players on our team,
bro,
and they suck.
we
Let
can
them go.
only afford it. The Cleveland Browns had a worse cap situation and they were able to get Watson on the richest deal ever.
Preach,
All right, so let's do it.
preach,
Let them go.
preach.
I got a long list.
Yeah, they finally
The
managed to pull
the only
235
difference,
million out of nowhere.
It's not only that though. You're going to sign
difference
him
is
what a
they kept their
10 year
players and
contract
picked up
for
another player.
$250 million. You manipulate it. You do whatever you can. I
That's
think the
after
Kansas
they
City
got
Chiefs.
Amari Cooper and gave him the bag.
Exactly. They got Amari Cooper, then got Deshaun. So whatever it takes. We
Oh
gonna
my
have to
God.
average
I
55
cannot.
points a
I
game. Let's do
cannot
it.
with this chat today. I cannot. So
Because that's
can
what
I
it's
just
gonna
say
take.
there are people that want up here, and I'm just gonna say like a little something, and I'm out because I'll tell you what. There's a difference between being a Tua lover, where no matter what he does, you stay on his side, and being a Tua hater, no
It ain't
matter
no
what he
defending Tua.
does, you hate him. There is the normal people in between, and I don't want to hear from either one of them. It's crap. So you sit there and you say, because you're a Tua hater, well, look, you guys were all wrong. Nope, I supported the Miami Dolphins and the quarterback that was a Miami Dolphin. I
Right.
will support the Miami Dolphins as a fan until I am dead.
It's
And
like
the way
Take it to
the
having
him, Miss
season
Pam.
Fiedler.
is going,
Take
It's
it
like
to him,
it's
Miss
having
going to
Pam.
be
Fiedler.
soon. And I'm also going to tell you, I am so upset with Tua's play. I'm calling him out. That don't make me a Tua hater. It doesn't make me a Dolphin hater. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. And if Tua proves me wrong, I'll be right back there,
We
right
have to
back
treat him
there.
like Fiedler, Pam. We have to curdle
I
with him now.
So I'll tell you what,
What?
he has to take the blame when he screws up. McDaniel has to take the blame when he screws up. Everybody else in the world at their job has to take the blame for their crap. So I'm
Not the
telling you right
defense.
now, Miami Dolphins, take the blame for your crap. Pick up and come out and ball out and prove us all wrong. Make us all feel happy. I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm out. Thanks, Steven.
Bye, Miss Pam.
If
But
I may,
I'll go
right?
with Pam.
Steven,
If,
Merry
if I
Christmas
may,
again. Merry
guys,
Christmas again.
because I said this from preseason, right? TD, I said this on your channel as well. Watch to see if Gerald Alexander and Flores had an influence on this defense, because there's no need for us to be 10 yards off a line of scrimmage with our corners. Sure enough, we went and did that. We see what happened. And I also said, to the first level offense of McDaniel taking away half of the field, that's
Sharif,
his offense.
Sharif, I don't want to interrupt you real quick, man, but I'm going to. It's the same with what Rashad's saying. Don't you guys realize that the Fire Boyer train, you're just playing right into their scapegoat? You're making it easy for them to just repackage the same crap we got right now to say, oh, don't worry, it's all new now. So it's just go ahead and fire Boyer.
But
Watch
see,
how
Gerald
little
Alexander and
changes.
Flores never did that, El
They're
Capitan.
not
They
coming
never
back,
did
bro.
that.
Gerald Alexander and Flo are gone. They might as well be dead to us. They're not
But
coming back and fixing
see, it
nothing.
is what it is. So why are you blaming a person who executed and causes us to go 7-0 in our last final games, takes the playbook away from someone who we see now can't run it, but then we throw the blame on everything
Listen,
else other than what is real?
listen, Boyer has
Let me
been
finish
as
my
what
point real quick.
expected, bro.
But the thing is, right? I saw that his half offense, meaning McDaniel's offense, it takes away half of the field, and it in the running game, You get the minimal defenders, but what ends up happening is we see it over and over. And I've counted.
Look at Color's comment right there.
I've counted. Hold up. I'm going to land my plane right now. What has happened is the interceptions that he's threw right into people's hand and they're dropped. TD spoke about that last night in the therapy. I can count over 18 interceptions where he threw it right into their hands and they dropped it. But why? Because he's looking at one thing, half of the field, one level of offense McDaniel's made for him. And if it's not there, he's still going there. And my problem with that is if you know you're limited, if I know you're limited, right? You're not a franchise quarterback. I have to deal with you like Fiedler because now you can't process, you can't win me big games, and you can't win when it counts. Like Cam said, this is a business league. I'm saying the cheaper version is to go get Jordan Love. That's my take. Go get Jordan Love right now.
They're not letting Jordan Love go nowhere, and I don't want Jordan Love either. So easy answer to that.
I'm saying that's the easier. We don't have to let Christian Wilkins go if we get Jordan Love. You understand?
Yeah, the Packers aren't just going to give you Jordan Love.
Pay him the minimum.
Say, here's Jordan Love.
Sharif,
do you understand that everything's on the table right now? You can talk about Brady. You can talk about Lamar. You can talk about freaking everything. Everything's on the table. Everything.
Yep.
I don't want Gardner Minshew. I don't even tell me about veterans who are old. I want Jordan Love. He's an easier pickup
30,
without trading a player to get him. We can give them the second round pick right now and get Jordan Love. Tell me I'm lying.
Why did we want Jordan Love?
Because he's a better prospect. He's a Justin Fields that needs to be polished.
How do you even say that with a straight face?
Did you watch him in college?
No, nobody.
Are you kidding me, El Capitan?
Would you find it on a deep cut fake somewhere? I mean, where's his
Are you kidding me, El Capitan?
No, Jordan Love's got a lot of film out there.
Okay,
Jordan Love can run, bro, and he can throw to all fields.
He's not coming to Miami.
You would take
I'm saying
the guy that
the
wanted
cheaper
Jordan
version.
Love is gone.
Lamar Jackson is out of your brain. You'll never get Lamar. The cheaper version is
Hold on,
Jordan
real
Love.
quick. I want to ask Sharif this question. Sharif, do you think that if we get Jordan Love, that Brian Flores will come back? Is that why you're doing this?
No, I think we're getting Jordan Love because he's cheaper. We cannot afford Lamar Jackson. We cannot afford Brady. We cannot afford T-Law. I would like for us to get T-Law. But if we get T-Law,
go get Love. Go do that.
We'll have
Fireboy
Tua
get
for
Love.
the next 7 years, and I'm gonna enjoy every bit of it.
Hey, TD. So to that point, you know, you throw the bag at Wilkins next year, which I think they do, and Tua's not playing on that rookie contract for another year, just like Daniel Jones was with the Giants. And that's the likely scenario.
Yeah, but guess what, Cameron? Your team didn't get any better. Matter of fact, they got worse.
Did he or didn't that show improvement this year? It's marginal, right?
Did he? Or did they just amplify what he does well?
I think they got a healthy Saquon Barkley is what they got.
This is where we get fooled. Did he improve, or did we just amplify what he did well?
They surrounded him with more talent and a coach that schemed to his.
Yeah, so this is the point. When you put more talent, Cameron. Like let me give you an example, Cameron. Name a trash receiver. I don't know. Just give me a name of a bad receiver.
Ashlon Jeffrey.
DVP.
All right, Ashlon Jeffrey. If Tua got Ashlon Jeffrey, right, his rookie year, and he throw for 1,000 yards that year, right? If I replace Ashlon Jeffrey with Tyreek in his rookie year, how many yards are we going to get?
Probably 400 more, 500 more,
But it's the same Tua, right? If you were a rookie, and you had Jeffrey versus Tyreek, there's different numbers that were put up, but you're the same guy as a rookie.
But so that's what this franchise did. Greer is saddled with Tua, and so he surrounded him with to your point, with talent to amplify his strengths.
But
and
my
point is, I don't think that's going to go away.
We're trying to make it seem like he improved when he just got more around him to give him more.
The team improved.
The same guy, you're going to put up more numbers.
The team improved.
And after 15 games rather, that improvement is 4 points a game. Is that enough?
To the equivalent of Mac Hollins and everybody that was benched last year.
And I said to myself, Why
Well,
isn't he
to be
taking
honest,
away
he
time
definitely not.
possession?
Even a
Time
touch
possession
more,
keeps
bro.
the team's weapon on the bench. And I agree with you, El Capitan. I with it's not that I want Boyer gone. Boyer did a fantastic job the second half of the season, but the backing off defenders, that's not from Gerald Alexander and Flores. I'm sorry.
I would
Yeah, but
disagree
you
That's
that
gotta
from
Boyer
remember.
Boyer.
did a good job the second half of the season. I don't believe that that's the
And
case.
so for me,
Boyer did
to
a good
me,
job.
not if I can
Second
keep
half of
Josh
what
Allen on
season?
the bench and I can take 8 of those
Which
attempts away
season?
from Tua and give them to Ahmed and Mostert, that changes. I'm 11-3. If I can give 8 attempts to Ahmed and Mostert, that's what it comes down to. I
Yeah, but
keep Josh Allen
don't
on the
you
bench.
see all
I
year
keep
Boyer's
Justin
been
Herbert on
changing
the
to
bench.
his
I
style.
end up keeping the weapons on the bench because I'm possessing the football. You can't read the room.
Agree.
I want him out of here.
No,
I really. You
nobody,
guys want to save McDaniel.
nobody holds
I
the
want him.
football for
He's
60
Cam
minutes.
Cameron.
There's a
Sharif.
couple of Buffalo Bills drives that was 1 minute plus drives. It's not stop it. Let's stop. Get off that old
Sharif,
school way of thinking.
and Crypto, we're scoring more points than last year, but we're giving up more points than last year. So you tell me where the improvement needs to happen.
On
Well,
offense,
the allocation of
On
funds
offense,
went to the
because we got to
offense. It
score
should
more
have
than the
been more.
defense
and
giving up.
how much more are we scoring? And now you also need to factor out the defensive scoring.
No, you're right, and I don't see that in front of me, but the NFL teams points per game, we're scoring 4 more points per game, but we're giving up 9 more.
Hey, is this accurate? Did Fitz score more with Albert and Isaiah than Tyreek did with Waddle and Tyreek?
Absolutely. Fitz led us to one of our top offenses.
That's not a true
Yeah,
stat. That can't be a true
that
stat.
is
I
It's,
won't.
25 points
I
per
don't
game
believe it.
it's not true.
under
It's not
Chan
true.
Gailey.
Under Chan Gailey and Ryan Fitzpatrick, we actually had our best offense in 17 years or something like that.
Wow.
Right, with Chan Gailey. Yep.
Let me tell you, that comment puts things in perspective right there. It puts it all in perspective.
It's the exciting plays and Disney World getting into our head, selling us Tua. That's what it really is, and I'm
Thank
done.
you.
That's why I was
This
done with the
man
Tua
will make 2
conversation for a
plays
year.
in a
I was
game,
done with
and y'all
Tua.
think that carries everything. This man will make 2 in the Buffalo game. Those 2 big plays is what's carrying y'all. This man had horrible ball placement that entire game, with the exception of those 2 plays. And that just carried us to think he had a good Buffalo game. The ball placement was horrible.
I got to state this for the record. TD is
That's
right.
not true, by the way.
TD is
Why
correct.
is it not true? And no, you're right, Cameron. He had maybe like 4 good plays in that game that I recall.
No,
But
I'm
the ball
talking.
placement,
I'm not
the ball
disputing.
placement was horrific versus Buffalo.
I'm not disputing that, TD. I'm just talking about the Fitzpatrick stat because the points per game on our offense was under 20 points.
Yeah,
Both
y'all
those
are
years.
ignoring
No,
the
you talking about the
defense.
first year. I'm talking about his second year.
Y'all are
It was
ignoring the
19
defense
points that year.
scoring points.
No,
Yeah.
Cameron.
Yeah, well, Cameron, you got to
And the
that's
special
the
teams.
team, not Patrick. Got to remember that it was different when Tua was in because he came in too. It's if you took Fitzpatrick's games that he played and finished and did the overall average, that's what they're talking
Fitzpatrick
about.
averaged more by far, bro. It was like 5 points or something like that difference.
He was
Right, because
averaging
they
like
split
27
starts.
points a game.
Tua and Pat's.
So that
Yeah, they
was
split
Flores'
starts that
coaching
year.
staff, is what you're saying?
It was
No.
What are y'all talking?
Yeah, he definitely hired
You
them.
talking about the year that Tua and Fitz was in?
well, there was only 1
Yeah, Tua came in week 7.
No,
In
but what I'm
2020.
saying is we didn't have no
How
because
many
then we have
scored?
then we have 7 versus the Patriots and
How many points did we
Hold
score
on.
in 2020?
25.3.
his best game was versus the Patriots. I mean versus the Niners, and we had like
And we're 24.7 this year.
29
So like
points or something like that.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick. No, we had a 40 burger against them
I'm talking
with
about the offense.
Fitzpatrick.
I'm talking
Right.
about the offense, though.
What quarterback can you get? Like,
Yeah.
let's say this, right? Let's look at this scenario, guys, right? You get Skylar Thompson, 2 games hot, ready to go into the playoffs. Skylar goes 2-0.
We're not going to.
We see what we got.
Just
I
put
mean,
Skylar
just
in
scratch
and
the
see
whole
what he
board,
got.
get Skylar ready for these 2 games, get him running hot into the playoffs, and let's see what we got. We can let them come into the training camp and battle. That's the best
Nah,
scenario for
they
Tua.
can't listen, Sharif. They
That
can't
is
do
no
that
battle.
because
Well, they definitely
I
can
all
want
the
them.
battle.
I want them all
nah,
gone.
they can't do that and won't do that because that'll defeat any sort of recouping value of your 5th overall pick.
We got to
You
start
I don't,
bring in
I
throwing
another
don't,
to
quarterback,
Lamar.
we don't,
you
El
might as well
Capitan, we
you
don't care
might
about
as well
mental
just let
health.
him go.
This is football.
It ain't
Cam
about
said this is
mental health. Ain't
results
got nothing to do
based.
with mental health. Got to do about dollars and cents, bro. And that's what
Exactly.
it
So we
is.
don't
You
care
got
about mental health, and he's got to be healthy and mentally. Skylar's
no,
playing along with you, bro. You're playing in training camp, fighting for your job. And the
nah.
thing is, we
You're
need to
too far
win.
gone. You don't pivot the last 2 games. You go ahead and quadruple
Nobody's
down. You
gonna do
make
that,
Tua
Sharif.
look great. Get in the playoffs. Hopefully, you win a playoff game and you sell Buddy high. He was an MVP candidate, best stats and numbers of his career, his percentages, his this,
He's the
and
best
that's how
Dolphin
you sell.
quarterback I've seen ever
So to the detriment
since
of the
I've been a fan.
franchise, you sell Disney World. Okay.
Who's the
No.
best
You
Dolphin
don't.
Still,
You yeah.
quarterback
that's not good.
You
That's
play
not
the
good
game.
enough. So
It's
let's
not
get rid of him.
detriment because all you're doing is you're shooting yourself in the foot because you'll never sell them if you do it the other way around. You'll only be able to cut them or let them be a backup, and then you get nothing back in your
I
return.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Chris, because if this is year one and he can't, if he does get better in year
It's
two,
not year
and
one.
no, I'm saying year one under whatever Mike McDaniel. In year two,
Yeah,
his
but Rashad,
contract is up. Wait,
go
can I
ahead. Go
finish?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He becomes a Pro Bowler. He's just as good as he was his first 8 games, and we're sitting here debating on if we're going to give him a long contract or whatever. Now I can sell him.
Yeah,
We're
but
Now we
I'll
better
give
might
you
be a
off
that.
little bit
I'll give you
higher.
that.
letting
I'll give you
Sky.
that.
Look, listen. We're
Hey, I
better
told
off
y'all.
We
letting
only have
Skylar
2 more
embarrass
years left in
himself.
this window, and you miss out on opportunities of other
Listen,
people, whether it's
Did
Garoppolo
we ever? Did we
or
ever talk
Lamar.
how many points we scored in 2020?
Ain't no opportunities with this team.
listen.
This
We're
team
better off
sucks.
letting Skylar embarrass himself, and you put Tua back in the game
25.
going into the
We're talking
playoffs,
about players that
than
ain't
letting
make the Pro
Skylar get
Bowl,
hot, and then you keep
and
him
they
as the
suck.
starter. Because to me,
Bro,
it's no better
Sharif, what has
scenario than
Skylar
that.
shown you that he is able to win us games
We
that's going to
want to
go
see
into
if
the
he can
playoff?
process the field past 2
I mean,
levels.
Yeah,
That's
but
all
let's
hey,
we
be
hey,
real,
need to see.
Sharif. They're not
let's
Like
going
look
to
at it
bring
Sharif,
like
like I
Skylar
don't
up.
know
let's
where
look
you
at it
getting this notion that Skylar's going to come save your season. That's not going to happen,
We
bro.
need to
let's
see if
look at it
somebody
like
could process past 2 levels.
let's
Did you
look
hear
at
what
it
I
like
It's
Yeah,
said?
not
this.
about
they're
saving
not.
the
They're
season. It's
not
about
coaching
saving
up
face
You
at
don't
this
do
Skylar.
that
point.
shit now with 2 games left, Sharif. You do that
They're
shit in
right
the
about
We
offseason.
they
need to
were
see if
right
someone
about
can
Tua. They
process
might be
past 2
right
levels.
about
Did you hear what
Skylar.
I said?
Let's throw Skylar in there.
Y'all ain't hear what I need to see if someone can process past 2 levels,
Hey,
bro.
did we
I
did
just
Yeah,
we
need
you
to
could do
see.
that. You could do that in the offseason. You
Skylar
could
ain't
do that.
that guy.
Listen, you don't do that at the end of your season
He
when
No,
you
no,
might
still
no.
have a chance to
be.
make the
You
Skylar
playoffs,
never
don't
bro.
We
got
got
know.
not
small
that
sample
jet
size.
ski.
We don't know if Skylar is that
Skylar
guy.
could have
He
won
just
that
We
small
jet
don't.
sample
game.
size.
Listen,
did we find
hold
out
on.
how many
Skylar
Everybody,
read
hold
points?
on.
his
Hold on.
progressions, bro.
Everybody can't be thrown in and
Nigga,
win games like Brock
Listen,
Purdy.
See,
Skylar read
They
his
might need a
TD.
whole off season
TD,
with
did
them
see,
defensive
Skylar read his
ones.
progressions?
Exactly, Rashad. That's where he gonna get the whole off season.
We gonna find
If
out
they
right
stop
now.
playing
TD, did
politics.
Skylar read his
If they
progressions that
stop
game
playing
when he played?
politics and do it the right way, they'll give Skylar a shot in the offseason.
TD, did
Yeah,
Skylar read his progressions
I'm
in
with
the
you.
all
I'm with you,
22?
crypto.
Yes,
I'm with you,
God
bro.
right?
damn, crypto.
No.
see, hey, did we find out how many points we scored per game in 2020?
No.
Yeah, it should be 25.
Is that verified?
I think it's over to right around 25 points.
The whole
And
team or the offense? I'm confused.
the
Well,
offense.
that's got to be
Oh, I wouldn't know that
team
because the
points per game.
defense scores
Well,
so
the
many.
defense,
Yeah, the
only
defense
scored
scores so
like
much.
3
I wouldn't know.
touchdowns that year. I don't
Color,
think it made a difference.
Color said it was 25. Color confirmed it, TD.
And that's all you need to know. That means Fitzpatrick was putting up even more because that's factored in with Tua's because Tua's was lower, much lower. And think about how much are we putting up now?
In 2020, wasn't they both throw? I'm confused. Y'all confusing me.
What was the what's the
We're
score?
talking about Fitzpatrick and Tua year. Is that
Like I
the year
said,
we're
look
talking
at the
about?
Yes,
Minnesota
they
game,
both
and you'll
played
see
like 7
Skylar
games.
read.
Color said it
You
was
will see Skylar
20.4
read and
last
slide
year.
his feet and
Yeah,
read
that
his
was bullshit.
progressions.
Sharif, let that shit go. Nobody gonna do that shit, bro. God damn.
Just look at the Minnesota game and you'll see Skylar read his progressions and say it's not there and go somewhere else. I've seen this. I've
So,
seen this.
You've
so
seen a
that's
lot of
all
shit.
you need to know, Stephen. With Ryan Fitzpatrick, we actually had our best offense probably in 20 years, bro. and is scoring more than we are right now with Tyreek and Waddle.
2019.
Bro, 2019, 2020. I mean,
All right, TD, I got a question about
I
that.
was
How many of
confused.
them points came in cleanup time? Because we were always losing.
well, that wasn't that. Well, that was
Not in that
Yeah,
season. We was one game
hold
away from the
on.
playoffs.
Figure
Hold on.
that shit
Let me
out.
answer that.
Figure
Let
that
me
shit
no,
out.
he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
answer
Let
Or was
TD
that
let
2018?
TD
I'm
answer
thinking
that.
of.
Let
No,
TD
in
answer that.
2019 we were. We was
that. Hold
10
on.
wins.
I'm so confused
Hold on.
about
The
the
Yo,
years.
you getting points in garbage time, bro. That shit don't
Hold
count.
on. That's
Listen,
not true at all. Let me tell you why.
It's not garbage time.
The 2019-2020 season, we rarely ever got blown out. Ryan Fitzpatrick was in every game that he was in. We weren't like down by 15, 20 and trying to come back. Ryan Fitzpatrick was in every game that he started. When you want to talk about trash time, Ryan Fitzpatrick did put up some trash time points, and you know why? But you can't even call it trash time because here's why. You
Because he
had
was throwing the ball in the fourth quarter to try to come back.
and he
We agree.
was. And he was, and he
And he
actually
did against
won
that
some
Raider
of them.
game. In that Raider game.
5-1
Raiders,
in the last
Denver.
9 in the last 6
those are
games.
different games.
So you gotta ask who put us in trash time to begin with.
Y'all are confusing me.
And it wasn't
Exactly.
trash time because we had a chance to win every one of them with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Some
It
we
sounds like
won
y'all
and it
talking
was a
about 2
miracle.
seasons
Others
into one.
we came up close and missed at the very end.
I think we
Ryan
remember that
Fitzpatrick
season.
had this offense moving.
And listen, the people who are hating on Skylar, I'm not going to create a Skylar on. Go look at him reading his progressions in the Minnesota game.
Hey, hold up real quick. Somebody DLW, who was patiently in the back room and donated a lot of money to the channel today, wants to come on and just make a quick point. So I'm gonna let him come on. He is a Bills fan. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yo,
go ahead, man. Thank you for your donations today.
Hey, appreciate it. So I give TD Finn's talk a little bit of a hard time sometimes in his comment section, but I want to make a point because he made a really good point yesterday talking about a franchise quarterback. And, you know, we both of our teams have waited 25 years to have a franchise quarterback, right? And you talked about that a franchise quarterback can elevate the ones around them, not the opposite way around, right? And so when you have, if you put, you know, Tyreek and Waddle with Josh Allen, who can launch the ball 75 yards downfield, I guarantee you the Bills are 16-1 right now, finishing the season. I guarantee it. Tua, on the other hand, is about to finish 9-8 or 8-9. The difference is that, you know, one thing that we've learned as Bills fans, if you guys watch Bills games, Gabe Davis is irrelevant. People made him out to be the next coming of the next big wide receiver. He's irrelevant. Allen is the only thing that makes Davis look good. He's the only reason Davis is even going to be considered a number 3 receiver. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when TD talks about that kind of stuff that I've heard him talk about, and I watch Tua, everything TD says is spot on. I don't think that you're a hater at all, TD, on Tua. My dad is an Alabama fan, and we actually graduated from the University of Alabama. I've never seen receivers more open than what I saw in those 2 years with Matt Jones and Tua there. I've never seen anything like it. So I don't think Tua is the answer as an objective person. And unfortunately, when you're talking about the salary cap and that type of stuff that TD was, you know, and you all were all talking about, you know, we've all been in this bad salary cap situation for 20 years now where we pay a bunch of defensive players, the defense gets good, and then all of a sudden we have no QB and we're still going 8-9, 7 well, back then it was 8-8, 7-9, 6-10, 9-7. We've both been in this purgatory for 20 years until we got Allen. But the thing about, you know, somebody brought up about giving patience to Tua. The difference was even when Allen was terrible in 2018, and God knows he was terrible, there was flashes that you saw that year, and I think Colin Cowherd talked about this as much as I don't like him. There was flashes that you saw that was like, my God, this guy has something that nobody else has, right?
Yeah, he's got a freak talent arm, bro. That's what it is.
and he can run. And in 2019, you saw that grow. And again, that's
As soon as you guys got Diggs.
And you have two stud receivers who are both equal to Diggs.
Yeah, but they can't make his arm stronger.
Can't do it. And the
can't make his arm stronger.
We got two Diggs, if not one better and one just under.
The truth is that Diggs is an excellent route runner. He's not a speedster at all. The only reason he gets open deep is because people always try to cut him off at 15 and 20 yards because that's his specialty is 15 to 20-yard intermediate routes, and they try to cut him off, and then he fools them and goes deep. Diggs is not at all that
out of burn
at deep routes at all.
Right, exactly.
So the thing is that, again, in 2019, you saw Allen. He still made that idiot move in the playoff, and he still makes those mistakes. But if you look at the top three quarterbacks in the AFC, do you know the stat that they all lead the NFL in? Interceptions. It's okay to make those mistakes when you can make up for them. The difference is Tua can't make up for them. Burrow, Mahomes, and Allen can all make up for him. We have all the faith in the world when Allen throws 2 picks in a row, he's going to lead 3 drives, running the ball, throwing the ball for 21 points, and he's going to make up for it. And so I think that's, TD, you hit on this before about a franchise quarterback. That's why I feel like it's time to cut the cord on Tua, because even in the 3 years, there's nothing special. He looks like a poor man's Drew Brees who can't put the ball there. It doesn't work. And I appreciate
I have to agree with you, Jay, because I wanted Tua to run for at least 360 yards, which is 20 yards a game running, which is outside of structure. Regardless of who is around me, I can help my team win. That's 20 yards a game, and Tua started to do that. But even in that, that's not enough. So, to your point,
Tua has no flat field. He has no big moments where it's like, man, this guy is just the truth. It's just a whole bunch of completions piled up for you to start to feel like, oh, he's doing good.
Phil, he donated $35 today. Phil, you gonna double it? You go ahead.
and people got on us because they said, "Oh, it's hip. Oh, it's hip. We don't want him to do that. That's not a part of his game." It's not that it's in a part of his game. Once again, Cam said it. It's a business. We need you to get flipped in the air like John Welway, like a helicopter, and try to win games no matter how. We don't care about
I don't need that.
Hey, by the way,
I don't see Super Bowl winning quarterbacks that do that.
Bills fan, I appreciate
Give me
At least
Brady.
nowadays, Rashad, they're not doing that.
Matt
hold
Stafford,
up. Go ahead,
give
TD.
me
Bills
Nick Foles. Give me
I
those.
appreciate you. I just hate that name on this screen. Josh Allen says that bum. He's still a bum. That bum is still a bum. I can't stand Josh Allen.
Hey, why I still got you up here real quick, Bill, DLW, like, is there any scenario, like if you saw Lamar come here, would you be nervous if Lamar went to the Dolphins? Just out of curiosity, what do you think of that?
Of course.
Here's my thing. I'll be nervous. I'll be honest with you guys on this. You are the last, if we fall to the 2 or 3 seed, you are the last team that I want to see. And the only, even right now, and the
even
only
with Tua,
why
that's because of the weapons.
Is because the Bills are not a man coverage built team. This is why you didn't see them use it in the game against you guys, and why we got torched for most of the game. Tre'Davious White, great corner, but he's great in zone. He's not a great man coverage corner. Okay, this is what McDermott gets. He gets zone coverage corners. We can't play man. And so that's why I don't want to see you guys now. But Lamar coming there, the problem I have is this, and TD, you were talking about the salary cap problem, right? And we're about to get into that with Josh because his contract hits next year, right? And we just signed Von Miller to all that money, and we just paid Diggs again 4 years, $96 million.
Just like us.
The problem is that if you bring in Lamar at 45, 50 million, right? Whatever it's going to be. The issue I would be nervous about for you guys is that at some point Waddle's contract's going to come up, right?
Exactly.
There's no way you can pay Waddle and Hill that money. There's just
we got
no
2
way.
years. We got 2 years if we bring in.
So there's the question I have for you. is if you
Gonna
pay
be the worst
Lamar,
defense for 3 years.
and again, the defense is going to get worse because Howard's toast. We all know that. Howard's toast.
Mm-hmm.
And Byron
Christian
Jones,
ain't gonna want to be here.
you guys have no corners. Holland's going to need to get paid eventually. And again, you're talking about 2 years, maybe 2 years. They want whatever. I don't know Holland's contract that well. But my thing is that are you willing to sacrifice that 2 years down the road you're going to look like the Rams?
It's all about getting.
The
It's all
Bills,
about
the
getting the
Rams
Super
got a
Bowl.
ring though, bro.
That's
The
all we
Rams got
care
a
about.
ring.
That's all we care
I
about,
agree.
getting the rings.
I agree with you.
Right. They
I'll sacrifice
sacrifice for the
whatever the
better.
costs are
I'm gonna
for
tell
the
you
ring,
right
bro.
now,
I don't care about anything else.
And
If I get
this
a
is
ring in
real
my
talk.
lifetime, that's even better.
If Rams fan, if you polled 100 Rams fans and you asked them, hey, you guys are gonna suck for the next 10 years, but you got a Super Bowl ring, I think all 100 would pay up and say, all right, I'll take it. Let's go.
Yep.
Because it's hard to get back to a Super Bowl and win.
Damn, a whole
Also, the deficiencies that you lose on the defense in this way, it's not like we'll never draft again. And the Dolphins have proved in the scouting department that we can find gems all over for secondary guys. We've done it every year, finding somebody. So it's not like it's a secure thing that we won't find young talent to make up for the deficiencies. If you look at Kansas City, they just want one good pass rusher, one guy in the back end, and those two things on their defense with playing sound football with a high-powered offense is good enough to maintain excellence.
So let me tell you how we're gonna do it. Let me tell you how we're gonna do it. This is where Chris Greer has been good. Okay, watch this. Okay, you build yourself a 3-year window right now with a Lamar Jackson, right?
True.
Now, when Tyreek's money, guaranteed money, is over in 3 years, you move on from Tyreek, you elevate Waddle, and in 3 years you'll have another first-round pick to go ahead and get another receiver to complement him. Okay,
that's a good point.
You keep on moving forward. Christian Wilkins, we're not worried about because he'll have to be a part of the deal. That's something that'll have to go. But the Jalen Phillips of the world, his money ain't due until Chubb is up. Zach Zeiler easily getting paid because you back end it and because you're gonna be moving on from Ogbah anyway after next year. So there is Chris Greer has built the stacking form to where we can still get a franchise quarterback, and it'll work like clockwork in rotation, the way that the contracts are. Now, the only issue that we'll have long term is finding corners, and we're gonna have to find those guys in later rounds. But
we do that
if we had Flores, I would feel great about that.
They still gonna suck.
Well, listen, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have
yes,
to be
we do.
No, you don't. You need a high power right now. The Miami Dolphins need a high-powered offense. Our defense is what they is.
TD, we're also not putting in together the factor of how veteran players jump on a team like that for low bucks. You put Lamar as the quarterback with this offensive firepower, and still, it's not like Jalen Phillips is leaving. It's not like we're terrible as far as defensive front. Even if Christian Wilkins leaves, you still have Chubb, you still have Phillips. You're telling me that, the Honey Badger or somebody to that caliber doesn't say, hey, I'll go jump on the Dolphins for a year for low money to be the back end guy to win me a ring. There's tons of players that get on that.
There's low players available now who we just ignored, like the Patrick.
No, we don't ignore. They're not interested.
Let me tell you how you help your struggling defense.
We've
ignored. Janoris Jenkins just got signed this week.
Exactly.
You help your struggling defense by keeping the offense on the field longer instead of punting all day. We're the worst.
You help your struggling defense by going to go get Janoris Jenkins all year. Like literally, he's been sitting home all year.
But we're one of the worst time of possessions, and it's not only because of the defense. The offense with these.
No, that's facts. That's facts. We're like
drives.
I agree. I agree to a certain point.
We score fast on offense when we do score.
It don't matter if it's 3rd and 23. We giving up a first down.
Exactly.
The defense does it. Well, I ain't gonna say the defense does it to themselves. I'm gonna say Boyer does it to the defense with his play calling on 3rd down. I don't know what he's doing. He will show zero blitz, and everybody in that front 7 starts playing zone. They don't drop back. They don't blitz. They just sit there.
Hey, TD, let me ask you a question, man. In these last 4 games, TD, How would you rate our offensive line? How do you think our offensive line is played?
B.
7.
B.
Huh? What?
They've been a B.
Interesting.
7 out of 10.
You want to see a bad offensive
That's
line?
a B?
Watch the Bills. Watch
They've
the
been a
Bills'
B.
offensive line.
That's
Yeah,
Y'all
pass
can't tell me
blocking
this
and
O-line.
run blocking combined.
Bro,
Y'all can't tell me this
you
O-line hasn't
you
played
think the
well.
Bills' offensive line is bad? What you think ours is? What would you
Listen,
rate our
this has
offensive
been
line?
this has been one of the best
What would you
offensive line
what would you
performances we've
rate
gotten in years,
in
bro.
years, and it's still bad?
Man,
Oh, that's
Rashad,
why it's a
bro.
B.
Bills'
That's why it's a
offensive
B.
line is
I get
ranked
no, I get
28th.
it. My bad.
Rashad, you got to
My bad.
admit, it's
My bad. We're
significantly
ranked
improved. You know
31st.
that.
Rashad,
We're
you
ranked
been a party pooper this
31st.
morning, bro. You
No,
been a party.
I get it. I get it. You're comparing it to recent years. I
No,
agree.
I'm
To
not.
recent
I'm
years,
not.
it's a
I'm
A
comparing it
minus.
to the question he asked. The last 4 games, not the season. The last 4 games.
I'm going.
Yeah, I thought he said
The
recently.
last 4 games has been the worst I've seen it this season with Teron Armstead. This has been the worst I've seen him play with Teron Armstead all season.
Hold on. Has Tua not had time to throw the ball?
Tua, hey,
It ain't always about that, TD.
Compared to the first 8 games, TD.
Hold on, guys, hold on. I asked that question because I Rashad is right, like 20% right, and Teron has played his 2 worst games of his
20%
career
right is
2 out of the
wrong.
last 3 weeks. Now, with that being said,
Right.
I think that the O-line has played well despite everything that's been going on. And I wanted to know, do you blame them for the losses at all? And I don't personally. I wanted to know what you thought about that.
Offensive
Right.
line is not the
0% blame for the losses.
Well enough for us to win all 4 games.
I don't know, dog. Them illegal
The offensive
receivers
line didn't cost us none of these
jumping
games.
off sides at crucial times and
The
offensive
O-line didn't
line
cost us
mistakes and
none of
stuff
these
like that.
games.
That
I
shit
didn't
is
say the
crucial, dog.
offensive line cost us. I'm
Everybody
saying
made
compared to the
penalties, bro.
first 8 games with Teron versus
Everybody
these
made
last 4 games, the offensive line looks complete. They look lost.
Listen,
Compared
I'll
to
put
how
it
they
like
look,
this.
we went
But they
3
running
games
the
At the
ball
without
end of
them
the
better, though.
day, we were still
They
in the
are running
game with all those miscues
They
that you're
run that
talking
bitch
They
better.
about.
are running the ball
With all them,
better.
despite all the miscues, we were still in the game.
We were still in the game so bad where
Yeah.
we even forgot we had a bad offensive line. That's how
Yeah.
bad it was. We're not even talking about offensive line no more. We blaming coach. We like the team no good.
Oh no. You ain't go. Yeah. I blame Tua for a
Like I
lot.
said, I don't
I
blame
blame
Mike
Tua for a
McDaniel for
lot
being a rookie
Sunday.
coach. You gotta
But
expect
Boyer
mistakes from
gotta
rookie
go.
coaches.
That's the
See,
only
Oh my
pass I
God.
give my McDaniel. That's the only pass I give
Don't
my
worry,
McDaniel. It's his
Rashad.
first
Don't
year.
worry, Rashad. They're gonna
That's the
hang
only
Boyer
thing I
out
can
to
get.
dry. You'll get your wish, Rashad. They'll hang him out to dry, no problem. He's the
And
one
we'll
with
be
the
still
finger on the
stuck
I
in,
totem
don't want
pole.
him
and to
hanging
that point, we'll
nowhere.
still be stuck in
I want
purgatory
him
because it's too
gone
much
now.
pride
Well,
not being
no,
swallowed.
Crypto. Don't you know Boyer was all the problem of the Dolphins' failures all
I
year
want
this year. He'll
him.
get hung out to
I
dry like
want
the
him
rest of them.
gone today.
He's gonna be gone. Don't worry, and you'll
Yeah,
get tackled with the
exactly. Because
same BS
Josh
they do
Boyer is
every
supposed
year,
to
bro.
give us pick sixes every freaking game. I
Yep.
got it.
No, my only problem
Josh
with Josh
Boyer
Boyer
is
is that
supposed
he
to play
lied.
competent defense.
Everybody,
No,
hold up.
my
We
problem with
we
him is that he
we.
lied.
I mean,
Yeah, when
no
we getting
offense
more
to
possessions
nobody
than
out
the other
there
team,
in
I got
YouTube
it.
land when I say
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I had a lot of technical issues this morning. I appreciate y'all being patient with me. Over 280 people in the room so far. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Donate to the channel. If all 280 of y'all donated at least $1 to the show right now, will go such a long way into helping the channel grow. I want to thank everybody who's donated so far and come on and hung out with us. I want TD to come back if TD's listening to do final thought, which I think he is. I think he's going to come back. So I'm going to start doing final thoughts, and TD's going to come back, and I hope to end it with TD. But I'm going to start with the Bills fan, man. You got to go first, man. I got to kick you out of here, man. You can't be on our channel, bro.
Yeah, but it's good to have him on here.
You were great,
Yeah.
man. All jokes aside, man. I appreciate you.
All things considered, he's pretty level-headed for a
You're
Bills
right.
fan.
And you donated today. And if you could get the rest of your Bills fans to donate like that, hey, look, I might bring you on from time to time a little bit more.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And hey, just a short answer to your earlier question. Yes, please don't get Lamar. Please don't get him. You guys
Hey,
have a
man.
good day.
Thank you, man. Alrighty. All right. We'll go with Solo Boys O. Final thought of the day.
Hey man, how y'all doing, man? Hey, be funny. I ain't even think that y'all was gonna have a show today. I actually thought, Pete was messing up because I remember you saying that if, the Green Bay would win, you'll let him host the show today. So I'm like, man, this dude don't know what he's doing. But at the same time, man, like, I ain't surprised when I came on here and I was saying that, the only way we're gonna win is if, Tua able to keep up with Green Bay and we go out there and blow them out, put at least 30 on them. And if we did put 30, we would have won, like I said. But we just seeing where our team at and where we need to be better at and stuff. So, next time we still in it, so it's all good.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, Solo Boys O. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Dade County Watt, man. Final thought of the day.
Yeah, like my man said, we still in it, but at the same time, we can't be out here blindly defending Tua. I'm a Tua guy. I wanted Tua to work out, but at the same time, 3 interceptions on 3 back-to-back drives is unacceptable. We got to do something about that going into these last 2 games. In my opinion, Tua can only make it up if we get Buffalo again and we beat the hell out of Buffalo. Go Dolphins.
Go Dolphins, man. Fins up, man. Thank you for coming on and hanging out with us this morning, Dade County.
Heard.
Benjamin Scott, man. Final thought of the day.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I would just say my final thoughts is, I'm always gonna be a Dolphins fan. I always, believe in my team, whoever wears that jersey, but I'm going to keep reiterating this as far as getting the Lamar. I get, obviously, the Bills fan doesn't want us to get Lamar because he understands what's going to happen if we do. But all the fans that are, that are talking about, we need this, we need that. Look at what Lamar is doing with the Ravens when he has no weapons. He literally has no supporting cast. Like the Dolphins would be literally a gold mine to him, and he still wins games regardless. Doesn't matter what he has. He gets out in that field because he's an actual superstar. When you have a superstar, it doesn't matter what you have. So imagine what we have, and then we put the superstar. It's literally like we got all the rings, and he's Thanos. So to me, we need to get Lamar Jackson because if we don't get Lamar Jackson, then the Jets, they need a QB. Then they'll get him, or the Pats will get him. So basically, we're going to be in a division with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. So all of our panels, all of that, all of our YouTube content is going to be talking about losses, and more losses, because there's no way you're going to be able to compete with a Lamar Jackson and a Josh Allen, 2 of the best 2 QBs in your division. So I just want everybody to start thinking about that. That's a real thing, and we need to do whatever we need to do to compete because next year it's going to get better. Our division's going to be better. Pats are going to be better. The Jets are going to be better. If we keep trying to stay in the same place and be complacent, and we're stuck with Tua or Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson's not competing with those guys. He might compete with Tua, but he's not competing with those guys. Those are the real guys. So I'm just saying, let's go get him before somebody else does, and then we're looking crazy when the Jets get him, and then now the Jets are just way better than us, and we're bitter. So that's my final thoughts. But
all right, Benjamin. Thank you for coming on, man. I'm sorry you're hurting, man. I'm hurting with you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Be easy, buddy. All right. By the way, just for the sake, the Jets make much more stupider moves than we are. We don't make smart decisions, but the Jets make worse ones. So just want to throw that out there. I don't think we'll ever be worse than the Jets. Even if our
until
record
you
says
lose to them in week
otherwise.
17 and freaking get swept and not miss the playoffs because of them.
Well, Crypto, why don't you go with your final thought of the day, sir?
Steven, we need to stop with this moral victory stuff and finding solace in freaking the fact that we may have a slightly better quarterback than the Jets. That's not the way to go forward, Steven. We've been sold a bill of goods starting with the campaign at 30,000 feet. And we all know what happened after that. That plane freaking came crashing down and left us with coal in our stockings right here on Christmas Day. So We need to find a way to get this engine going so we can start flying again, because what they told us at 30,000 feet with that single phone call so far is not panned out. That's all I got to say. Let's stop being real. I mean, let's stop being faked out. You know, it's kind of like if a stripper was being banged with a 15-inch dildo, you got to start
What
screwing
in
her
the
with the real one.
world, Crypto?
You got to start
No,
using the real
stop
thing.
it.
You can't be faked out this way. Well, listen,
Just tell him, Crypto, the
I
Jello's
love you,
in the
Stevie.
fridge and it's jiggling,
I
man.
love you, Crypto. Be good, bro. I can't with you. Get out of here. All right, real quick. I have a guest in the background. All right. I want to remind y'all. Timeouts were in full effect today. Nobody used it. But if you're ever going to use a timeout,
Just bring Pete up and let it happen.
no, it's not Pete. Okay, this is the time to use it.
Because
Okay.
all the Tuaneers
All right,
spend
now
all their
hold up.
Christmas money on
It's
Tua jerseys.
just want to remind y'all, it's $10 for a 10-minute timeout, which I hope you guys don't do that. It's $50 for a day ban, and it's $100 for a week ban, and it's $250 for a month-long ban. Okay, just want to throw that out there. Okay, I'm gonna bring them on, and I expect a big donation up here. Okay, you better not stay up here long. That's all I know.
Bring him up.
This man might pay the money and ban himself
was
for a
Master
month,
F.
bro.
For, can I just say something? Why are y'all so soft, bro? Y'all timing me out in the chat. Steven, I thought this was freedom of speech, bro. Do I ever do that to Dolphins fans on the round
It's a
table?
Dolphins
You
channel.
are welcome to come on the
It's a Dolphins
Steven,
channel,
I
Master
welcome
at
you
Work.
on the round table this
Respect
week,
the
bro.
channel, Master at Work.
You are more than welcome to come on the round table. Any Dolphins fan is welcome. Why y'all gotta do me like that, bro? I thought we family.
You
I
better
thought
hurry
we
up and say
family,
what
bro. We in
you
this
got to say,
together.
Master.
We in this
Hurry up and say
together,
what you
bro.
got to say. Let's
Okay,
go.
listen. I only got a few things to say. First off, why y'all so shocked? I literally told you this was going to happen. I say it every season. So now I will say this: the Patriots are freaking awful. We are one of the worst football teams. So the fact that we even have a chance, like if we beat you, we literally can like make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that that's even a scenario with all the talent you have, because let's just be honest, y'all have 1,000 times more talent than we ever had in the past 3 seasons. Especially this season, y'all were favored to at least win a division or at least contend for a division. But the fact that you
we
are
weren't
one game better
contending
than
up
us,
until 4 weeks ago. We were in first place till 4
exactly,
weeks ago.
bro. And here's another thing too. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and debate that Mac Jones is better than Tua because he's not, bro. I hate Mac Jones. I hate him.
He got him. Only for $10 though,
Brutal,
Pete.
man. That's brutal.
He worth more than 10.
The man was cooking, man.
Yeah,
What are you
I was
doing,
willing
Pete?
to listen to him. I mean, you let him talk long enough, he'll put his foot in his own mouth. But whatever. Master at Work, I'll catch you at the round table.
Hey,
homie.
real quick,
I'll
he
see you
said,
down
bye,
there.
Master at Work. You be lurking backstage and come only when it fits. Here it takes. Master was off Mac Jones, on Mac Jones. He's clueless Tom Brady fan. He's a Bradeneer.
You know what? I'm not going to
Hey,
try
just
to
so you
steal
know, what
man
time did this
master at
happen
work
at?
or nothing. I'm not going to try to steal man master at work.
143.
I know he's off of Mac Jones and don't like him, but if Mac Jones makes the playoffs this year, that's 2 playoff appearances. I mean, you could call it falling into the playoffs all you want, but what happens when he makes it to the playoffs a 3rd time?
So, Color, if we fall into the playoffs, you be happy?
No. I'm not going to be happy for the rest of the year until we're holding a Super Bowl ring.
Color, I thought you were going to say rest of your life.
Well,
I'm not going to be happy.
He is a Dolphins
possibility,
fan.
Cameron.
He is a Dolphins fan. That we're never going to be happy ever. All right, let me. Alex, final thought of the day, Alex. Cool, you're banned from the round table too, bum, and I'm gonna flame your ass all week. What I do, Master? Hey, these are the rules that I have set at my. Don't be mad at me, Master.
He's talking about Pete.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't do nothing. He might be talking about
You're
me.
gonna wear
Andrew.
that like a badge of honor. Are you kidding me?
Dude. And if we're still going on in 10 minutes, you can come back up, Master. I'm just saying.
Did you see Pete yesterday on Twitter? He told Big O, like, in a really like hyper polite statement, something like the ban for saying something was highly disrespectful. Like, it was like the most cordial Victorian insult I've ever seen in my life, man. It's like, like,
What did Bill's?
by the way,
He
the
says,
ban
I think
for
we can
speaking
all
my
agree
mind
no one
was
is worse than
disrespectful.
Pats and their fans. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Here we are, agreeing with Bills fans again.
Go ahead, Alex Cook.
Alex, are you sleeping?
Alex got a baby on the way. He don't need this stress.
Dude, real talk, yo. Yesterday, I'm on social media and I see Alex going off about Tua and how he sucks. And I was like, if Alex, the number one Tua-neer I've ever met, is mad at Tua, boy,
It's Tua's fault.
We done hit a new low.
Oh, you should have seen him today. He's mad at the mutineers too. He's like, y'all came here and told me this and that. Like, he's blaming the Tua-neers
Master at work
for
said he was
fooling
talking
him.
about Pete.
He's out there blaming the Tua-neers for fooling him this morning.
Bro.
Like, go.
All right,
I'm like, you go, Alex.
I will try to come back to Alex. Rashad, final thought of the day, Rashad.
My season's over. I'm ready for next year. I'll take any quarterback. You can give me Rodgers. You can bring Fitzpatrick back. I don't care. We're just over it. Maybe since everybody was right about Tua, they might be right about Skylar. Throw Skylar in the game. Like, that's where I'm at with everything. I will see y'all next year. I don't want to be here no more.
Don't go nowhere, Rashad.
Don't go nowhere, Rashad.
He's coming back.
I'm in purgatory right now.
That's all right. You've been a Dolphins fan. You live in purgatory, homie.
You know who I was surprised I didn't see today? Von Joe. I was hoping Von Joe was coming up today.
Something tells me Von Joe is sleeping off a hangover. I don't know why.
Bro, let me tell you something. Did you see our show on Friday?
Yeah, I saw him pass out on there.
Bro, by the way, Friday was rough the rest of the day. I just want people to know that.
You guys are weak.
Just rough. All right, Rashad, get off here. Let me get up here. Who came? 143, right? All right, he's still got 5 minutes.
Hey, I can go real quick so I don't forget my thought.
Color, final thought, my friend.
I said this all offseason, and I think people really misunderstood my point. And I think a lot of people, of course, you're never going to save the sycophants, but I think there's a lot of people out there this morning that are finally understanding what I meant. And I'll say it again for everybody to be reminded. The window between Teddy and Tua is was always too narrow for Skylar to thread. If he was going to be better than Teddy, by default, that would make him better than Tua. And now y'all are seeing what I'm talking about. That's all I got to say, That's why neither of them got started, because flip a coin. The window between Teddy and Tua is too small for a rookie 7th-round quarterback to thread. Because if he was that much better than Teddy to be able to take the second spot, he would inherently be better than Tua. And y'all can see that after yesterday. Y'all have a great day. Fins up. We're still up. It ain't over. It definitely ain't over, but
certainly feels over.
They appreciate you, Color, always.
All righty, guys. Have a good one, Cameron. I'll catch you
Color,
later.
be good.
Stephen D, love you, buddy. And Alex, man, I gotta love Alex, man. It took a minute. It took a while, but the cloud of the dark side has been lifted from his eyes.
Well, see, I'll give Alex this, Color. Alex, although a mega Tua supporter, he never wavered at the bottom of every line that it was always the Dolphins.
And that's why he's out there chiding the Tua-neers for abandoning him on the ship. Like they're all
totally abandoned him.
Script.
Now they're all saying that it doesn't matter now. Football shouldn't mean this much to you when they're throwing around death threats all year
And they're
Until they
leaving. They're
can't. Until
leaving
they got.
him standing there holding the bag.
Yep.
Well, he ain't. He ain't holding that bag. Good for
God
him.
bless him. God bless him. I'll see you later, Color.
All right. All right. Let me pull. Lewis. Good morning, Lewis.
What's up, Steven?
What's up, my buddy? How are you,
Lewis?
Hey, I'm good. But I'm just amazed how many flip flops are being used today. I thought it was winter. I didn't think we were still using flip flops out here in Florida. Man, the two-and-nears are dropping like flies, man. What's going on?
Hey, I'm still here, Lewis.
Damn, you're the last of the Mohicans. You better jump off that shit while it lasts.
I'll wait till the off season.
The iceberg has hit, Cam. Get off the ship.
I'll wait till the off season. Yeah, you know why, Lewis? There's not going to be any change at the QB position this year. Like winning cures everything. I said this beginning of the season. Like we win the next 2 games, and a lot of this goes away.
Well, Cam, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. We're losing the next 2 games. We're finishing with a worse record than we did with Brian Flores the last 2 years. And the playoff run is over. I'm so sick of this fan base talking about, oh, well, what happens if Tua balls out the next 2 games? Haven't we said that after the last 4 that we've just lost and Tua hasn't shown up?
Yeah.
Hasn't that what we've been saying? Like, again, people like me and Color and Cap and again, I'm not going to call us real because I see Cameron. I know Cameron's real. I see Alex. I know he's real. I see Steven. I know he's real, right? The problem is that hopes and dreams don't win football games. And that's all you guys ever feed us. It's every week. It's a hope. It's a dream. It's a promise. It's a receipt. Oh, I got these receipts for you. Where's all the receipts at? People that were trying to tell us that Tua's him.
Straight dark mode, bro.
Now it's dark mode, and we got Alex. Poor Alex out here is just standing lonesome because, again, now they're killing him for acknowledging that he was wrong.
Yeah, but you're not wrong until we're not in the playoffs. We're not wrong until Tua is no longer on this team.
Cam, let me ask you a opinion.
You can say how you want, but there's two more games to be played. There's still 2 opportunities to right this ship. There's still
but we're only going to be as good as we've been, though, Cameron. Even if we get in the playoffs, it'll be with a record
Cam,
we've maintained the last 2 years with no offensive weapons or a line or a quarterback.
That doesn't matter. You're only as good as who you are today, right? Like I could give a shit about the last.
Well,
2
we
years.
haven't. We're no different than what we were last year. So what did we buy? What was
year?
What did we purchase? Where's our return?
But so that's a great point, right? It's not a Flores isn't here. Mac Hollins is not here. Fitzpatrick's not here. There's been a ton of change on the offensive side of the ball. We got a new mastermind of offense in McDaniel, but we got the same record, right? So a lot has changed in terms of personnel, but we have the same record. My point is, if we go into the playoffs, then there's a change. That's a difference, right?
Yeah, but it's still not going to. It's still, again, it's not.
That's all. That's our goal. That's our goal. That was our goal at the beginning of the season. That's why all these changes were made.
No. That was y'all's goal. My goal is to win Super Bowls, not make playoffs.
No. The goal is to win the Super Bowl. But I'm saying if it's progression, it's an evolution. If we make the playoffs,
Cameron, that wasn't the goal. The goal was what they got, and that's inflated football numbers for a quarterback. That's what they got.
Exactly.
I'm gonna agree with Lewis. The goal the whole time is to win the Super Bowl. Every team's goal.
That's our goal.
All right.
Wasn't their goal.
All right. Lewis, real quick before I let you go, I'm gonna let Mash that Work get it in. Mash that Work, go ahead and just so you know,
you got my Cash App, right? You got my Cash App.
I did get your Cash App.
Okay, then. Now y'all can't ban me. I pay for time. God damn it.
They're gonna have to pay up higher. Just so you know, you're good for 10 minutes.
Come on, Tyson, let it happen.
I got 10 minutes. Yeah, that's all the time I need.
Keep on cooking. Let's go.
Just go, because if they pay higher, just go.
Listen here, you little peasant Dolphins fans. I want to tell y'all something, man. You got to beat. Listen. This is personally. You got to mute everybody, bro. You got to let me talk. This is my Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl, goddammit. I know we ain't gonna do shit. We might beat y'all and still not make the playoffs. So this is personally my Super Bowl. Anything I can do to make y'all's lives misery, just like my life has been misery with this Patriots team this season, I will do. If we can't win, y'all can't win. I know my quarterback is trash, but your quarterback is even trasher. And here's the difference between our team and your team, right? Y'all came in the season with expectations. High expectations. Y'all paid so much money for Tyreek Hill. You ended up trading. Now you ain't got no draft capital, so now you're stuck in purgatory. So what you gonna do next season? We came in this season with a freaking defensive coordinator as running the offense the entire year. Mac Jones has regressed. Belichick is not the same anymore. Our defense is overrated. We ain't got no receivers whatsoever. Imagine if we had Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, right? Mac Jones might be putting up 2 numbers. But at the end of the day, the season is about expectations. And I know the Patriots are trash. But if we beat y'all this Sunday and knock y'all the fuck out, y'all can't say shit to me no more. That little Tua undefeated 4-0 shit out the window.
We will.
Bro, Steven, you know how many clips I have of you over the past 2 seasons being wrong?
Flip side, he
What'd
saved
you do?
himself.
Watch an episode?
He saved himself. He already paid up the 20. You got it. You want him gone, you got to pay up more. I'm just letting y'all know he paid.
And if I listen, bro, I will outbid all y'all motherfuckers. Don't try me.
All right. Now.
Not if I pay you another 10.
They are paying another 10. So there is that. So I got
how much?
I'll just so you know, it's $20 for it to get back from a 10. If somebody pays 50, you're gone for the day, but you can pay 100. It's double. But multiple people can pay $10. So Flipside got you off, but you had already saved yourself from Flipside's original 10. But Level 2 Noob came in and said he didn't pay for my 10 minutes. Bye. Don't be changing the rules, Steven. I didn't change the rules. As soon as I saw it, I did it.
Straight up pimping out Men at Work.
Well, if Men at Work wants to come back, you got to pay us 20. You got to pay us 20 to get back on.
Pimp him out.
Anyways. Lewis, please finish your final thought of the day. Lewis.
I hear you.
Your final
Cap.
thought.
That's Cap. Y'all know y'all. Hey, Steven, listen. All I got to say is, this has been an enjoyable show. Applications are up.
Hey, he just paid the 20. Hold up. You're back.
Damn.
Listen, bro. I got money stacked up, bitch. Y'all can listen. I'm gonna make your fan bases fucking move out your mama's house, bro. Don't ever tell me I'm broke. I will come up in here and bet $100. There ain't nothing y'all bitches gonna do about it. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, bitch.
Let's go, Master Work.
Go ahead.
Listen here. Come on, send me some. Go ahead. Keep spending your Christmas money. Spend your mama's Christmas money. Y'all Dolphins fans are trash. Y'all are peasants. And I'm gonna I'm gonna break my foot up in all y'all asses on the AFC East roundtable all week long, Steven. I'm gonna clip the shit out of you. All your little predictions about making the playoffs and we're going on the Super Bowl run and Tua is elite. I got it all saved up, motherfuckers. I'm gonna make y'all the laughing stock of the league.
You realize you're setting yourself up for the biggest letdown of all time. You know damn well
Are you telling me something that Dolphins fans do every season?
No, listen, I'm a Dolphins fan. I ain't delusional. You're the Patriots fan that has the delusion down your throat. Let's be real.
What delusion do I have? I don't listen. Okay, let me say your expectation is to win a playoff game, something that you haven't done in 20 years. My expectation is just to knock you out. That's all I want. I don't care about making the playoffs. I don't care about winning a playoff game. All I want to do is make sure you bitches don't get in. That's all I care about.
You'd be smarter to let us beat you, and we get stuck.
Get the hell out of here! I ain't letting you beat us.
You knock us out, and all you're gonna do.
Why the hell would we want
this quarterback?
Why the hell would we want?
Would be to lay down.
Why would we lay down? Give me one reason why.
I just told you the smart play
What's the
would be to
reason?
lay down to let the Dolphins see what Tua, let Dolphins fans see what Tua is. Then
I don't want to give y'all no
move
hope.
off.
That's
Yeah,
that's the one. Oh, somebody. Okay, yeah. Oh, now you want to bet donate $100, huh?
So hey, just $100. That's a week. So if you want to get back, you got to pay $200.
Hey, men at work. See your ass next Monday when Wilkins is playing with you.
Saying that $200. I don't
Lewis,
see that.
are you going to be going this afternoon?
Let's go! So, that was great.
Oh man, when Whack Jones is gargling out of Wilkins' nut, man, I want to hear from Master of Work next week.
Please don't play with your cheating ass Patriots.
Listen, everybody get all the Master at Work YouTube like creator mode in, because come next Monday you'll never see them for the rest of the year. So they'll be gone after next Sunday. That's just a fact.
Oh
Word.
man.
Word.
Snap. Hey, if I'm reading this right, Lewis L. Cap, you guys got Shane Houston got you out along with what's his face, but he was already gone. L. Cap, I want you to do final thought. Lewis, you were already gone anyway. Vince, Cap, stay up here, Cap, because I want Cap to give his final thoughts.
Where's Cap?
I don't know who Shane is, but
Where's
I'm gonna
Cap?
wait. Alex, you in here? Alex ain't here. Alex sleeping.
It's just me and you, bro.
It's just me and you, man. What a day.
Man, I just got off the golf course. I came up here because I knew it was flaming up here.
Dude, it was wild up here, bro. Like I
Man,
wasn't
tell you
expecting
what,
that to
man,
happen. I was hoping TD was gonna come back and do a final thought. I don't know who Shane H is. Who's Shane H?
Two in here, but hey, shout
Is
out.
it Green Rat? Green Rat, are you Shane? All right, yeah. So Shane paid for Lewis L. Cap and Master at Sport. He paid.
Shout out the flip side, man. There's Pete.
I'm out. This is the Dolphins Homer Boy Network. Pete, what's up, Pete?
Well, duh.
Pete.
Hey, can you hear me?
What's up? What's up, Pete?
What's up, Cam? Steven, Merry Christmas to both of you. Merry Christmas to everybody that jumped on the panel today, except Master at Work. Happy New Year's to you guys. I gotta be honest, Steven. This is sickening, bro. As a fan, I'm not mad. I seen this coming. This is unreal. This is unreal. I hear
Bobby
everybody's
Supreme said
thoughts.
Master at Work lived with his mama, but afraid to come back. He was talking all that S shit. I got money, bruh. Got no money or football knowledge. Just
football team.
Hey, you heard him? Hey, Steven, you heard him when he saw that $100? Oh shit, that's $100.
He said,
what happened? Get up here, Master. And he blocked me on the round table. Boo-hoo-hoo.
I'm sorry.
I'm blocking Pete on the round table. Nobody cares about you Patriot fans. You think I'm gonna be watching a Patriot talk? I come here to watch Dolphins thoughts. Shout out to every Dolphin fan. All the two-and-ears. You know what, Steven? I'd rather listen to two-and-ears make excuses, I promise you, before I hear a Patriot fan talk Patriot talk. I don't come for that crap. But anyways, I'm a little upset, Steven. I'm a little upset. Not at the team, not at nothing. I'm upset at this fraudulent activity this fan base does. A Bills fan can come up here on the channel. I've been doing this since day one with you, Steven. A Bills fan can come up here and trash our quarterback and not get told a damn thing. All of you on the panel that were up there with him are a bunch of frauds. How about that? Because if that was me that was doing that to Tua Buafua, guess what? They would have paid to get me off. They would have been calling me no fan. They would have been trying to cancel me. They don't want to hear it. But guess what? Everything they're saying, Pete already said a year ago, 2 years ago. This is not surprising. It is actually sickening, Steven. It is actually sickening. This is Ryan Tannehill all over again. But the matter of fact is, Tannehill didn't have this much limitations. It was okay to keep going with that. He had the physical stature. He didn't have a weak arm. What's up with this team, Steven? What's up with this regime? What is going on?
Hey, Pete, you're gone. Master at work just paid $10 to get you off.
Oof.
Damn.
Let's close this out, bro.
Oh man. I want Vince Tailgate to have his final thought of the day. So I'm oh, there we go.
He's up
My
there.
brother, he's back with his final thought. What's up, TD?
Man, Tyson got me mad. I mean, Matt said work.
Flipside Fishes says, see ya.
Don't worry about it. I'll deal with him on Wednesday night because the one thing they ain't going to do is beat us. He done lost his mind. And it's funny.
Lost his ever-loving mind.
It's funny how every year he talk about your Super Bowl is playing the Patriots. Oh, how the tides have turned.
Yeah, right? Week 16 Super Bowl for him.
Don't worry, I'll deal with him on Wednesday. He gonna get it. But listen, my final thoughts. Fins up, everybody. We all right. We still going to the Super Bowl. It's still Tua time. He gonna come back. He gonna do his thing. He gonna put us in delusion again.
Hold up. Hold up. There we
but
go.
You got to remember,
It's still Tua time. Tua time.
Tua is about miracles, though. He is about miracles. He's about making it tough and at the last minute giving you the miracle. So don't count the kid out, man. I'm the number one Tua near for the rest of the season.
You the number one Tua near for I done seen it and heard it all.
Hey, TD, man, I got a Christmas gift for you, man. I got an extra fat head for you. I'm going to send you away.
The Tua near leadership has dismantled, so there's an opening, and I'm trying to take it now.
I'm right here, bro.
Hey, can you? What are the qualifications to be the new Tua near leader?
You got to golf.
Got me already.
Oh my goodness!
You got to eat pineapple on your pizza.
Hey! Pineapple on pizza is good. I've done.
Oh, here we go.
Get over this. All right, hold on. Real quick? What time was this at?
Finn's tailgate.
I'm just making sure he's good. All right, he's coming back. He's had 10 minutes. All right, Ilcat. I got TD on here. What's your final thought with TD up here?
So my final thought is I hope that the Saints, the Titans, and the Carolina Panthers are all listening. So Tua is an MVP caliber quarterback. He can put up big time numbers. He comes with an already plug and play fan base that will invade and skyrocket your jersey sales. And you guys can have him for the low price of some first round picks. So make sure you guys are calling up the GM that we have, Chris Greer, and let him know that you're interested and the offer will be worked out. So I would recommend he goes to a dome, but Carolina, I think you guys can fix it. So just make sure you guys are making sure to call Chris Greer. So that's my play.
Good point, Dome. Good point.
Carolina don't need a quarterback. They just hand off, man. Direct snap.
Perfect.
Houston had plenty of chances. Houston
Mm-hmm.
had plenty of chances to get to it. You think they're going to pay up now?
Yeah, they're going to go get Bryce Young like a bunch of idiots. 2.0. Jeez, bro. God, dude, I can't wait to watch that train wreck continue.
All right, I will say this. It has been a rough day. It was a rough day yesterday at the end of the day. And I was not looking forward to the show today. And then TD came on the show and shut my original stream down. He shut my internet down. My internet's been messing up ever since TD came on. My internet was fine. The moment TD came up here, started messing up.
He brought the bandwidth.
I know, bro. Like it was all TD. TD over here trying to shut down my channel.
Steven, your internet was holding on by a thread for 4 years.
Lies, TD, just lies.
For 4
You gotta get off that cricket phone, Steven.
When's the show with Nando?
Say what?
When's the show with Nando?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I might have to stop through for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you? Hey, can you co-host a little bit with us tomorrow?
Man, did you just hear me say 5 minutes? I'm gonna be. I might be pretty busy though. But if I got time, I'm gonna stop through for a little. Cause
Oh man, stop acting like you just had a baby and you over there trying to, be a good father and everything and good dad and over here trying to be dad of the year and everything. Stop trying to make us rest dads look bad, okay? Stop it.
That's not it. I'm supposed to be meeting with McDaniel and figuring out how to fix Tua. So
shit.
Make sure to give me a phone call. I got a couple of pointers.
Can you take notes and bring it to? I'd love to see that meeting and how that goes. All right, Mr. TD, what are your thoughts on how to fix this?
Just throw them away.
No, bro. We gotta package together the.
Hey, you know who we could go after next year? Brock Purdy. We could go after Brock Purdy.
Man, he ain't going nowhere.
Brock Purdy, baby, Mr. Irrelevant. Let's go.
He might be their future.
He's not going anywhere, man. They're gonna trade. They're gonna trade Trey Lance for picks. Garoppolo's gonna sign probably somewhere close to here.
I got a quick question for everybody on the panel. Who's worth more in a trade, Tua or Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, because he's an unknown.
Exactly.
Jeez, man, that's a sad fact right there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
God,
I think, for my final thought today, I think the thing that made me really sad is that Fitz with Albert Wilson and what's his face, the guy Isaiah Ford, were better than Tua with Jalen and Tyreek.
No, it was Parker and Wilson.
It was still. I mean, that makes me sad. That stat. That makes me really sad.
It was like 5 or 6 games.
If you keep pulling back the layers of the onion, Steven, you're gonna cry a lot, bro.
I mean, I've been doing it forever, man. I'm just sick of it.
You like that, Cameron? You like that? I can tell you like that, Cameron.
Ogres are
I'm
like
a chef. I always love onion references.
Peel back all those onions. You're gonna keep crying.
Hey, did you guys have a good Christmas?
Man, I had a swell Christmas. Any day of my life where we're closer to getting rid of the guy who's going to waste 10 years of our franchise is a great day.
TD, you just had a baby. You had the best Christmas ever.
Yeah, but still, I saw another baby yesterday, too.
Crybaby Brady prayed last night. That's sad that 6-8 team is going to make the playoffs, by the way.
7-8.
Watch the noise they make in the playoffs, too, just because that's how it'll go down.
I had that revelation last night with my wife. We're sitting there watching the game, and I'm like, even like the crappy Tom Brady years, having the worst season of his career, is going to win his division and get into the playoffs.
They probably win in the first round, too.
His luck is unreal. Like, I'm a hater, bro. I can admit
Make your
that I'm
own
a
luck,
hater.
Steven.
I don't know how he does it, and it bothers me to no end. That
you know what? He won 4 games this season. The last 6 games, he's won 4 of them in the last drive. If we had that,
but look at that. Look at that.
I'm saying if we had that, we wouldn't be talking all this mess today.
That ain't no lie.
As trash as he's been playing, when the game is on the line and it matters most, 4-0.
Showing up and showing out.
He's been the reason in them 4 quarters. He been the reason on them last drives. That's that team you're talking about.
No disputing that.
So and at worst, that's that Tim Tebow effect. But at least he getting the wins, man. And I'm gonna tell you now, with the Bucks, y'all better watch out. Y'all look up and they in the playoffs.
They find themselves in the NFC Championship game. We're gonna be like, what happened? And we're gonna be like,
not me. I'll be like, I know what happened. Happened like a team that shows up when it matters most.
And we better stop. Tom Brady gonna be a Dolphin next year.
And
y'all.
even though Brady ain't having a great season, go look at the numbers. Go look at the freaking numbers. Y'all want to talk about numbers?
I'm such a baby because the Dolphins make me cry.
You opened up that one, Steven.
I did. All right, hey, real quick, TD Fins Talk. What you got going on this week on your channel? TD, hello.
Well, I look forward to seeing him tear up on the AFC Roundtable. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna be there for that.
What you got going on your channel?
Who, me?
I was talking to you first, TD. What do you got going on your channel this week?
Man, I'm got to go over this PFF and got to go over this all 22. I really don't want to. See, the one thing that I haven't done in 3 weeks, Steven, I have intentionally tried my very best not to do the all 22 because I
there
don't
with you.
howl on the tour. And people on my channel can contest to this. I have been skipping all 22s and PFF rankings and all of that because I don't want to kick him even further when he's down. But it is what it is now. This week I'm gonna do the all 22. I'm gonna do the PFF, and
real quick, did you see your boy Nick on Twitter yesterday?
Oh man,
I responded to his tweet,
bro.
He threw up the white flag, didn't he?
Yo, he's like, I ain't got nothing for this. Y'all come after me. He said, I ain't got nothing.
Man,
for
he
this.
got more flip flops than you do, Steven. Jeez,
Bro,
he got the flip flop king.
Tweet, I thought of two things. I thought of TD, and I thought of damn if his trainer waved a white flag, bruh.
I replied to his tweet and I said, it's going to be okay, bro. I said we need to get behind Tua. It's not over. We can't afford for you to be off of it. With his CFL worthy December, we have to support our guy.
CFL? Did you see that fell? Who was the quarterback?
Disrespect the Canadian Football League like that, TD. Now you stop.
Dude, the Jets threw in a CFL quarterback. He had 2 better drives than Tua.
The Edmonton Eskimos, you better stop. The Toronto Argonauts.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, man.
TD, I caught the mojo that you showed up last night. The cliff drop from where he was to now. That ain't CFL worthy, bro.
All I know is Tua Tagovailoa has let his fans down because there's been an all-out war, and the people in the trenches were calling for air support, and it never came. It never came. And all of a sudden, they're literally behind enemy lines now, and they're just hoping for a miracle, man.
Hey, I just want to throw this out there. Master at Work's the first person to ever have a week-long ban, I think, on my show.
That's true.
Sounds about right, though. You know, Patriots fan.
Who banned him? Flipside
Fishing. Flipside did.
Salute to you, Flipside, man. Y'all need to give it up to Flipside in the
Fishing.
comment section.
You sir get a round of applause, Flipside.
Yeah, you do.
Love you, Flipside. All right, El Capitan, what do you got on your channel this week?
I mean, me and the boys are going to be tearing it up. I mean, it'll be like a tornado all week. I'm not going to, listen, I still think we're gonna stomp the Patriots out. Let's be real. That's kind of their deal. The only thing, their quarterback is worse than ours. So that's at least we got that going. I think Lewis is going to go on some point today. So I'll be interested.
He's going on at 3 on your channel.
Man, I can't wait to see Lewis go completely foaming at the mouth on this whole thing right now. It's going to be great. But I don't know. I'll be in and out all week. The guys, they're all over the place, us doing everything. So we'll have plenty to say on it. We'll try to pivot towards putting all this negative energy on top of the Patriots. Because I'll tell you what, if we do find ourselves living in a universe where we've lost to the Patriots, it's a full-on fire sale, burn the castle to the ground. So, and I'm ready for that too.
All right, and my man Cameron, we got one more tailgate, man. The Jets tailgate.
We do. Yeah, it's going to be a big one, man, and hopefully y'all come down there, including you, TD, man. Love to see you down at the tailgate. But
I'm going to do everything in my power to make that.
It'll be a fun one, man. The last tailgate of the year is always a real good one, man. We pull out all the stops, man.
All right, hey, for TD Fins Talk, El Capitan with the Fins tailgate, Cameron 954 with East 32. I am Stephen D, and we're gonna just go out on the best song ever for the best quarterback ever. We're talking about
that,
time, baby.
You hear that, Carolina?
Love it. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
I know the whole city right. A little early, get it smooth, now we enterprise. Switch it up, now we improvise. Go to get in the winter column.
Love y'all. Peace.
All right, we out.
Singing
this. Love you guys.
Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.